Guess who's Bazak, baby? Guess who's Bazak? It's your boy. Something spectacular. Let's get it. Shout out to Terrell Knox. Let's get it. 302. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let me turn the music off, man. I'm gonna be doing a lot of my sports stuff on here. I'm gonna let this slowly but surely build up. Slowly but surely. I keep this like I don't even be telling a lot of people about this channel like that. You know what I mean? I keep it on the hush hush. If you find it, you find it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to separate the two, Jalik the leader, and come together. So it'll be, back and forth. Hopefully everybody has an amazing week. It's already Friday. Guess what? In 2 days, less than 48 hours, it's going to be more sunlight out. But guess what? That means if you've been working out, more sun, whatever it is that you're doing, is you can prosper even better. It's like we hibernate like a bear, and we flex, you know what I'm saying, do our thing during the springtime. The rules of the chat is no trolling. No trolling. I like to talk my boxing shit. I like to keep an open mind. But if you go too far, then you go too far. Like if you come into somebody's crib, you know not to go into their crib and check through their refrigerator unless you family, unless you built up that for years. But you can't just go in nobody's crib on the first time and be going in their refrigerator. You can't go in nobody's crib and put your feet up on their furniture like that. That's just common house manners. So we're going to talk about who really is the best heavyweight in boxing. Because one loss doesn't make you a loser. We know Wilder just got stopped. A lot of controversy behind that. Fury done his thing. We gonna see with that one. But you still got Anthony Joshua. You still got Anthony Joshua. You can't just say, just because the triangle theories in boxing don't just work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Just because Fury beat Wilder, you can't just automatically write Wilder off in a rematch. You can't just automatically think that because Fury done that to Wilder, that AJ would do the same thing to Wilder. And just because Usyk is smaller, that don't mean that he's just going to lose just because of his size. Of course, it's challenging, it's heavyweights, but hey, I've seen Chris Bird fight. You get what I'm saying? And in my opinion, he might be a little better than Chris Bird. Who knows? Chris Bird was a southpaw. He was fighting at middleweight in the Olympics. Go check him out. 1992 with Oscar De La Hoya and Vernon Forrest from that class. Shane Mosley class. What else I wanted to say? What else I wanted to talk about? Shakur Stevenson. Is he the best youngin in boxing? Is he the best youngin in boxing? He's fighting next week. He's fighting next week. So we'll see if he's the best youngin in boxing. So we going, like I said, this channel right here, I could have done this on my other channel, have more people in the chat, but we going to slow it down. And sometimes you got to rebuild, change things around a little bit, boom, 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 and keep doing it. You know what I mean? And a lot of these clips, I might put it on my other channel. We'll see. You just learn on the job. But we'll see. People new to the channel, if you like what you hear, just subscribe. That does help the channel. And we also going to talk about, like I said, who's the best heavyweight? Is Shakur the best youngin? And then we're going to talk about our early look of Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. And a little bit of breaking down based on their styles. I knew all along months ago that this was the fight that probably was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be Demetrius Andrade, but we know Demetrius Andrade has a style. So the best way to do that as a guy that's more popular, you just say the guy is born, then you fight another guy that's born. And then say, but it is what it is. So we're going to talk about that. But in boxing news, let's see. Oh, you hear some noise? What noise, darkness? What noise you hear, darkness? What noise you hear, darkness? Tell me what kind of noise it is. You know I got neighbors. I don't know. You know I have neighbors on here. You know I have neighbors on here. But let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez Canelo Alvarez is fighting Billy Joe. So stylistically, Billy Joe is a little taller, but bigger wise, I don't really think he's bigger, even though he went up to, well, actually, Homeboy fought Rocky Fielding, I believe, at the end of 2018. And that's when Homeboy got stripped because he got popped Billy Joe. So technically, Billy Joe was fighting at 160 before Canelo, but size-wise, Canelo was probably stronger. He's much stronger. He just better overall. He does almost everything better except his footwork. Billy Joe Saunders move around the ring a little bit differently because having better footwork don't always necessarily you mean you move around the ring better, because it's an actual skill having footwork, and it's actually another skill being able to move around the ring. So with that being the case, Canelo, like I said, that's one of his deficiencies, his footwork. But he has gotten so much better at cutting the ring off. Look at him against Laura, and then look at him against Danny Jacobs, because you can't really say Triple G, because Triple G doesn't move around enough to really say cut the ring off. But he has gotten so much better in there, and he's going to have to cut the ring off against Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders doesn't know how to lose yet. He's very inconsistent. 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's there. So you don't really know what's going on with him. Even in his last fight, to his credit, he finished the guy, but the guy was like, he was almost losing. I was like, who's this guy? He like almost losing on the undercard of Logan Paul. But Canelo Alvarez, let me check my email. Let me see. Let me check my, okay. But Canelo Alvarez, last fight against Kovalev, he was doing his thing. He wasn't like dominating throughout the fight, but he did get the knockout. Billy Joe Saunders' style is totally different. And from what I can see, I really haven't seen Billy Joe Saunders in too much trouble like that, or seen him get dropped. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. So Billy Joe Saunders' game plan in the fight is to move around and make Canelo pay. Move around and make Canelo pay. Canelo is physically strong. And Canelo has a mean streak in there. So his thing will be to move around, make Canelo pay, but not over move where it looks like you're running, like Laura did. So if he can stand his ground and at the same time move just enough to make Canelo miss and make Canelo pay, Billy Joe ain't really a puncher like that. But Billy Joe could go to the body and slow Canelo down. You don't have to be a big puncher to knock people down. You get what I'm saying? Look at Fury. He ain't no big puncher. He just got a knockout over Deontay Wilder. So if you take that Billy Joe and move around, stick and move around, and when Canelo, see also too, listen, make the fight dirty. Because Canelo, is easy for Canelo to get the momentum because he has the crowd on his side. And the crowd influences, in a sense, the atmosphere of the cheering. So if Canelo gets in there, what better way to take the crowd from him? Stick and move, hit him, make him pay, and grab him and start over. And keep doing it. Make it ugly. Who cares? Who cares? Do like AJ did against Ruiz. But make Canelo pay. Make him feel your punches. Sit down on your punches a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to let Canelo know that he can't just run in there. If he do that right there, that will increase his chances. But the difficult thing about it is Canelo is actually slick and he's clever. He just doesn't come in there all stupid. And he got good defense, upper body movement. So he'll make you miss as well. So Canelo is at 168. They both really, their best weight to me would be more at 160. This fight will be even more interesting at 160. But at 168, that's the game plan for Billy Joe. Stick and move, and don't let Canelo get the momentum. How do you prevent him from getting momentum? Make him pay and make him reset. Grab his ass. Grab him. You never know. You never know what happened. Grab him. Go to the body a little bit. He can't be in all of Canelo. Because it's not like Canelo, for as good as a fighter he is, he can be beat. I mean, we seen him be beat before. Billy Joe ain't Floyd, but hey, we seen him in fights against Laura. We seen him in fights with Triple G, Austin Trout, and he hasn't fought a southpaw in 6 years. So whoever, I don't know who Canelo's going to use for his sparring partners. What's up, Samuel? This is how my little lie is going to be a little bit. while I reconstruct my Jalik the Leader channel. I'm gonna be doing most of my boxing stuff over here. It's gonna be like the secret. If you find it, you find it. If you don't, you don't. That's how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it, you know what I'm saying? Keep it boxing, cause shit getting out of hand a little bit. But Billy Joe Saunders doesn't know how to lose. You got to give him that credit though. I'm not saying he's trash, but his chances of winning is like, in my opinion, 30%. If he had a little bit more, if he was more consistent in his performances, then I would give him a chance. If he was like another UK fighter by the name of Joe Calzaghe, totally different. Because Joe Calzaghe, bro, is the real deal. I know he beat Bernard Hopkins late, and he beat Bernard Hopkins late, and he beat Roy Jones late. But on the real deal side, he is on the real deal side. If he was more like him, then I would say I would be leaning. Like, I would say this one would be super close. And I was light low because Joe Calzaghe got some skills. But he's not Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe used to slap with his punches. You know how they talking about, he used to do that because he had real chronic hand problems. But one thing about him, he had crazy heart. You can drop him. Look at the Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones fight. You could drop him, he come back. Even the Mikkel Kessler fight. He had that winning gene in him where he'd go to that next level, and he had great stamina. And he knew how to work his thing. He beat Jeff Lacey down. Jeff Lacey was probably the favorite in that fight. American, came from the 2000 class, him, Jermaine Taylor, he got beat down. I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that. So Billy Joe Sanders, that's the keys for Billy Joe. Now Canelo just has to make sure that he doesn't get tired and take breaks off. Because what if Billy Joe come in there with crazy stamina? So he can't come in there and he can't be getting tired. That's one thing. He don't really take people lightly. So, of course, just to reinforce, Canelo cannot take Billy Joe lightly. He can't take that, because if Billy Joe, check this out, Billy Joe beating Canelo is on the level of what Fury just did to Wilder. Actually, it may be considered bigger because from a technical standpoint, Wilder, most people, was just known for his power. He had a little bit more than power, but from just a technical skill point. So for Billy Joe to beat Canelo, that's going to be huge in boxing. That's going to be huge, and I'm sure it's a rematch. I'm sure it's a rematch clause because Canelo is the A side and Billy Joe isn't the mandatory. So Billy Joe pulled this off. This would be some serious heat, and as much as you look at it, I know Canelo is their guy that they're pushing right now for the zone, but that actually will help the zone because remember, the rematch with Anthony Joshua and Ruiz actually done good for their subscriptions. So for Billy Joe to pull off the upset, that creates more drama now. And it evens like the playing field, and it makes Billy Joe name get bigger because just because you're from the UK doesn't necessarily mean that you're a star. And Billy Joe doesn't really sell like, because people just think Anthony Joshua sells all these tickets. There, every UK star is not the same. So if Billy Joe was to pull this off, it'd be crazy. But Canelo definitely got to enforce the body attack with the southpaw. He can land those left hooks to the body. He also can land his left hooks to the head if you know how to throw it right. It's a different angle. And from a speed department, I think Canelo's hands is faster. What do y'all think? But Canelo should be. If I was Canelo, I would just walk him right down, go right to the body, and force Billy Joe to fight, and force him to fight, and not use the ring. I'm sure that's going to be his game plan, because Billy Joe is just a counterpuncher, and so is Canelo. From a stylistic standpoint, and unless Canelo enforces the fight, it would be a boring fight. So it's up to Canelo to make the fight exciting. It's up to Canelo to make this fight exciting because Billy Joe ain't really exciting like that. He gonna move, he gonna do what he do. He ain't really getting no knockdowns like that against no high type competition. His biggest win was Chris Eubank Jr. He beat Willie Monroe. Who else he beat? And David Lemieux. But you never know how people train now. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have favorites, and I'll be like 70-30, but at the back of my mind, you really cannot doubt people like that because you just really don't know. Like, you might see somebody, you know what I'm saying, they looking bummy, but this person could be a millionaire. You never really low-key can doubt nobody. I talk my shit, but low-key, you don't know how this dude is training. He might have an amazing training camp. He might got super, he might got a super, what's it called? Super motivated by Tyson Fury because I think he's a gypsy as well. I think Billy Joe is a gypsy as well. So you get what I'm saying? And he probably getting tips from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury might come to the fight. You get what I'm saying? They usually stick together. So this is the biggest fight of his life. And this, he knows that if he pull this fight off with Canelo, I'm not sure how the negotiations are. They might can have the rematch in the UK. So imagine the rematch in the UK. That'll automatically mean that Triple G fight. Because people tired of that Triple G fight. Because I believe the game plan for Canelo is Billy Joe, Triple G, and the Japanese guy in December. If everything goes right with Triple G, and Triple G win is mandatory. So with that being the case, Canelo just got to walk him down, go to the body, and throw his combinations. This be the same Canelo. And he can't, I'm telling him, he cannot, let me see how I want to put this. He cannot just automatically think that from now on forward that he just gonna get the reasonable doubt of the judges. So he got to start even dominating even more because eventually he's gonna get to the point, like I keep explaining to people. Eventually, even in a close fight, they're gonna say no. They're just gonna make him lose. That's just the way boxing goes. Yeah, he do, Samuel. He box real lazy. He do. He do box lazy. He not really as he not really as that's what I'm saying. Like I would rather see this fight at 160. But if you notice, every time he was up to fight Canelo, his performances wasn't good. And I hate to bring this up, but we gotta just be real. We gotta keep it 100. He would look a certain way and then come into shape with crazy shape. And we know whatever that stuff he got caught with get you in shape real fast. So now, if the fight is with Vada, I don't know if it's with Vada. If it's not with Vada, if it's just, I don't know. If it's not with Vada, then he can take that stuff. Now, it's not in the UK neither. So, it's probably with Vada, though. I don't know. It's probably with Vada. So, Canelo just have to be Canelo. Canelo just got to be Canelo and force the body even more. Because remember against Laura, Southpaw, he was going to the body. And he was slowing Laura down a little bit. He's gotten way better. That was 6 years ago. So if he do that to Billy Joe Saunders, then he can I actually think that he can pull off the knockout. It's not going to be easy, though. I can see him pulling out the knockout late, like between 10 and 12 rounds where they throw in the towel. But if you look at Canelo's fights, most of his fights, Kovalev is, he was just coming off a tough fight. That's a little different. But Jacobs, he didn't knock him out. He didn't knock Triple G out. He usually knock out smaller guys. So the illusion that Canelo has is a big puncher is he's not. He's not a big puncher. He's not. Even at 154, he wasn't a big puncher. He's a solid puncher. You can't just walk up on Canelo like that. The punches hurt. He can wobble you and make you think about it, but he's not a super big puncher. But he does place his punches very well. I like Canelo's timing. Canelo has good timing. He has real good timing. And the thing that will beat Canelo in this fight is underestimating Billy Joe, not being fully prepared for a southpaw. Along with those two things, not having the right stamina to even deal with Billy Joe moving around the ring. Because I'm coming in, I'm just trying to think in the mind of Billy Joe. Is he coming in to just get a paycheck, or is he really coming in to prove that he one of the best? Because this is a legacy defining fight for Billy Joe. Billy Joe has Canelo has way more to lose than does Billy Joe, because nobody expects Canelo to lose. Literally nobody. I bet you when they come up with the ESPN report of who's going to win, I can almost bet you if it's 20 people on the panel, I bet you 19 or 20 is going to pick Canelo to win. And most people on the predictions is going to pick Canelo to win. And it is reasonable to think that. But we also got to look at, certain intangibles and really take a look at the fight. How is Canelo going to look at 168? He looks solid at 175, but he's not the same speed. So things start to even out a bit. Like just what Samuel Shaw said, be honest with you, I think Billy Joe can make 160. I think Canelo can make it too. I think Billy Joe can make 160. But the thing about it, if I was Billy Joe, he don't even got to come in at 168. He can come in at 164. Hey, for someone in the chat, is yo Jordan, what's poppin'? What's the name of Billy Joe's trainer? What's the name of Billy Joe trainer, y'all? Ain't he with Kell Brook trainer? Or is he with oh, you know what? I think he got Ben Davison. Wow. So okay, so let's take a look at that. It's the early look. Check this out. He got Ben Davison, right? Okay, so check this out, Darkness. Just think of this. See, this is how boxing is crazy. Check this out. This is going to be real tricky with Ben Davison. Ben Davison is in a very challenging situation. Check this out. Both Josh Taylor fights on May the 2nd in the UK. So whose side is he going to take? Do you take the guy where you get more money? Because I think he worked with Ben Davison once, but I thought he left. Why do guys keep losing? Why does hey, Darkness, why Billy Joe keep leaving like that? Because I thought he was with Ben Davison and he decided to go back to whoever he was with, and now he back with Ben Davison. So that's automatically a conflict. You know I'm high on Josh Taylor. That's one of my favorites. Josh Taylor is that dude. I like Josh Taylor. I took heat for Josh Taylor. Like I said, he can compete at 147, and he actually might be better at 147. So who is Ben Davison going to train? I'm going to have to do a whole video on that. Who is Ben Davison going to train May the 2nd? Does he train Josh Taylor in his first fight to get comfortable with it? Or he take this one? Just looking at it from the outside looking in, most likely he's going to train Billy Joe, because Billy Joe Billy Joe is fighting in a bigger fight, and dude just fighting a mandatory. So his mandatory threat is not a bigger threat than Canelo. So I think Billy Joe probably needed him in his corner better than does Josh Taylor. But that's going to be interesting. This is what caused certain conflicts to happen where you leave the trainer. These guys are fighting on the same day, which is kind of crazy. Wish it was a week later, because that's what I would do probably with Ben Davison. Fight because, I don't want to hear no excuses. I think Ben Davison is a good trainer, to be honest with you, because the first Tyson Fury fight, he was giving them nice instructions. And I like the fact that Ben Davison is actually calm. He real calm. So, but Canelo he been with Reynoso for a while. I'm telling you, if Billy Joe got a chin and he can take Canelo's punches, now that's hard to take. Even if you got a chin, if he can prevent himself from getting hit to the body and move around the ring and stick and move, but stick and move just enough where it's not look like you running. Because technically he can stick and move and keep moving and still win. But that's not going to do it with Canelo. You really got to enforce it. You got to have it where it's a dominant. You got to really dominate Canelo. And one thing about Canelo, you got to give Canelo credit. The boy got a chin. The only time I seen Canelo really hurt bad was against Cotto brother. He was hurt against Cotto brother. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Chin Smoke, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If you notice, I haven't even talked about it this week. It rubbed me the wrong way how like PBC would really waste their money. And as a boxing fan, Robert Hellenius with Kaunaki, at least put at least put somebody else on there like to make it there. This Hellenius guy, this rubbed me the wrong way. But I do want to see the development of F.A. Ajagba. I'm not gonna do live on it, but I'm gonna do I do a post fight video, and I could go live if I watch it and it happened to be a great fight or upset or something. Then hey, but I also want to see Frank Sanchez because Frank Sanchez, the black Cuban, is with Reynoso. I like Frank Sanchez, and I've been hearing about him, and I like his athleticism. But his last fight, he allowed himself to get clinched a lot. So I want to see how he improves under Reynoso because shout out to Reynoso, they building up a squad. They got Ryan Garcia, possible face of the zone. I be saying he's gonna be the face of the zone possibly, and people think I'm playing. Well, you better look at to see how the music industry work. You can be hot 1 minute, and then this all about recycling things. It gets younger. But he got Oscar Valdez, who said on Boxing Scene, I believe, that the fight with Mexican Trinidad, aka Miguel Burchett, is coming up. He got Canelo, Ryan Garcia, Frank Sanchez, and he also has the Must See TV, my boy Martinez. He got my boy Martinez. So if he got Martinez, bro, the Reynosos, they doing their thing. You got to give them that credit though, because Martinez, I've been telling you, I've done a video on this channel. Him versus Chocolatito would be. That's literally a main event, and they small 115. You put that at the Staples Center. I actually believe by the end of the year, early next year, that fight can literally sell out or be the super co-main event of a Ryan Garcia fight, or actually a super co-main event. Actually, man, that fight is big, bro. That's must see TV. My boy Chocolatito versus Martinez. But they doing their thing over there with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo, like I said, Canelo just has to be Canelo, but Canelo can't let the distractions from Golden Boy, because that, believe it or not, Canelo is human. He's not superhuman. So when you're going through certain things with your promoter or even your family, a lot of those things can get to you, especially if you feel like you was cheated and different things like that. So if he let the distractions with Golden Boy and all that shit get to him, and he now have a bad performance, because that's not going to be good. And he not training as hard. It could be a problem. But he also can train hard and make a statement on Billy Joe. He can make a statement on Billy Joe. Like I said, I can see how Canelo can stop him late, but I haven't really seen Billy Joe get wobbled too much and different things like that. And one thing about Billy Joe, he not going to fight for the crowd. He don't care if you think he boring. That's a good thing for the fighter and a bad thing for entertainment. Just like Rigondeaux, they don't care. But hey, the fans ain't gonna be there for you when you get knocked out and help you with your insurance. So hey, that's what you gotta do. You can't be playing around with these guys. Real talk. Oh wow, Louis Neary's okay. Shout out to Darkness. Yeah, wow. These guys, they building up a. So do you think Darkness? Do you think yeah, they do gotta make a living? He did say that, Darkness. He said he retiring, so I think he gonna have the big fights. But check this out, Darkness. Do you think he's gonna be what's it called when trainers got too many fighters? Because that's a lot of fighters, and it's not like, see, it's one thing to have fighters that's like prospects, contenders like Robert Garcia, but Robert Garcia, let me count in my hand. Who got more champions right now, Robert Garcia or Reynoso? So Reynoso got Canelo. Well, Oscar Vada as well as a champion. He got, hold on, he said got Canelo, Ryan Garcia, Frank Sanchez, Martinez, Louis Neary. So that's like 5 people. Robert Garcia got Jose Ramirez, Mikey, Victor Ortiz, Josecito Lopez, and I might be missing somebody. So Reynoso might got more people than Robert Garcia. Did you ever think of that? As far as like on a higher level, we know Robert Garcia do a lot of people with prospects and things like that. Now it is a thing of being overworked as a trainer where you don't. Who ran into that problem? I think it was Freddie Roach or somebody where you try to get. I don't know if they get greedy and try to train too many people. Cause it's cool when you got to have the right time, and you also got to have it where the fights are close to each other. So look at this fight. Canelo is May 2nd. Martinez just fought. Ryan Garcia is July, so that's cool. Homeboy is March 28th. Louis Neary, so that's cool. Frank Sanchez is tomorrow. That's cool. So right now it's cool. But in the near future, he's gonna have to get to a point. Reynoso's is where he's gonna have to be turning fighters down. That's actually a good thing for your business. Imagine, I would love for my dog business to be where I'm super, super scheduled up, where I just turn down. I turn down business down, but if I get to the point where, what I'm saying, I got like, who live in Atlanta? Say if Mariah Carey wanted her dog, I'm so busy, because the celebrity is going to be paying that bread. Like, the prices I charge for regular people, if you a celebrity, you going to pay more. Like, that's just business. You get what I'm saying? Because it's going to be more stuff anyway. So imagine being in that situation. So that's good for Reynoso. But I was talking to somebody. They said they didn't really like Reynoso as a trainer. But let's speak into trainers. We gotta open the platform up a little bit. If Maurice Hooker, because it's a lot of good trainers. You got Reynoso, you got Robert Garcia, you got Bomac, John David Jackson, Derek James. Who else? What other trainers is out there that got more? Buddy McGirt. If I'm gonna tell you this, if Homeboy beat Regis Prograis, because he's not gonna be the favorite. If Maurice Hooker beat Regis Prograis, Bomac is gonna be. That's gonna be telling, especially if he beat him better. If he beat him better than Josh Taylor did, Bomac name is gonna go through the roof. Trust me. Fighters look at that. Yeah, I heard it was already signed, Jordan, for May 2nd. I looked at I think the press conference is next week. You think he overrated? Oh yeah, my fault. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. See, I knew you knew Samuel. Yeah. Right. Adamas, yup. He just lost, but hey, that one loss don't make you a loser. Yeah, he is working with some people. Derek James got Jamel Charlo, who's a possible. Jamel Charlo could be possible undisputed soon. He could be undisputed. And then you got Earl. So that's who he got on that one. But I'm telling you this: if Bomac does, if Bomac does what if Bomac does man, if Bomac, if Maurice Hooker beat Regis Prograis, bro, that's gonna be huge. Like he might overtake. Let me think of this, because I mean he took Jamel Charlo. He not only won, he got a defense coming up, and I think he fighting Carl Frampton. We know what he do with Steve Nelson. We know what he do with Crawford. And when I say Bomac, I mean our whole team, because Bomac is just the biggest name, but it's not just Bomac. It's the Mexican dude. What's the Mexican dude? Because people fail to realize we talk about like a Mexican style, whatever. People need to put some respect, and I'm gonna have to do a whole new video. I'm gonna have to do a whole new video on that trainer. I forget his name, bro. He don't get no credit. I don't think he want credit. But it can't just all be Bomac. His face is out there. Like, I don't know if y'all listen to music. Dr. Dre, we know he's a legend, but a lot of the pianos and the shit that was happening on the outside was Scott Storch. And then Scott Storch made his name after that. So I guess we wouldn't really see the impact of the Mexican guy that's on his team unless he left and went by himself. But he quiet. He don't even want the thing. But so we say Bomac, yeah, like I said, I don't know the degrees of it, but I know dude, since I've been watching Crawford, the Mexican dude been there. So I don't want to disrespect the Mexican dude like that, and not because he definitely be in his corner. Like Bomac kind of be sitting down. He really be in his corner and listening to Crawford. He said he worked with both of them. So yeah. Um, but the Bomac's team, and I'm sure Reynoso. See, Reynoso is the same too. It's his dad too. So a lot of times it's the team anyway. So when we say Bomac, it's the Bomac team. So if Maurice Hooker beat Regis Prograis, that's going to be something crazy right there. And that gets me to Shakur Stevenson. Who said Shakur Stevenson? 1-2 Kid said Shakur Stevenson was his favorite YungN. So Shakur Stevenson, to me, I like Shakur Stevenson's defense. From the fighters I've seen, even though the boy is young, yeah, it's probably not gonna it's probably not gonna be a good fight. It's probably gonna be boring. Like I said, it's up to Canelo to make it exciting because Billy Joe just move around. He's not exciting. We got to give him credit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got to be honest. Billy Joe ain't exciting. And every fight ain't going to be there. You get what I'm saying? So it's up to Canelo to kind of make it exciting. But if Canelo I'm telling you this, if Canelo got problems cutting the ring off against the southpaw and working his angles, the fight is going to be much tougher than people realize. Because you got to realize, Billy Joe, I mean, he is what he is, but deep down inside, he got some pride. I mean, you can't just say he's super trash. You get what I'm saying? I ain't want to see the fight. I already know it's not going to really be too exciting, but just get my analyst hat on. Yeah, but I'm hearing at the press conference because you got to realize today is March 6th. The fight is May 2nd, so the fight is 8 weeks away. So as far as marketing and promotion, see, Golden Boy is making all their money from the zone, so it's like they're spoiled in a sense. They don't really care. You can't how you promote a fight with Canelo this big and they're gonna have a press conference. So by the time the press conference is over, it'll be almost 6 weeks of training. So that's why I'm sure they been had mentioned it though. So speaking of the best youngin in boxing, Shakur Stevenson, I'll definitely be live next Saturday for against Miguel Mariaga. Miguel Mariaga, we know him from getting knocked out by he got stopped by what's his name? What's his name? Lomachenko? Tara, what's popping? Yeah, I agree. He do get it. See, yeah, they've been in negotiations for a long time. Him and Eddie. Him and Eddie did. Daryl James, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people say overrated. I believe Derek James is good for Earl. It remains to be seen with Jermell Charlo because he already had Ronnie Shields. So it remains to be seen. We're gonna have to see to see how good you really are. You take somebody that was with another trainer and then see how much they improve. Jermell Charlo, did you see him superly improving with Derek James? We seen the power. He got more knockouts, and he's moving around the ring less. So now we got to see him against another train, like see what he do. Even with Reynoso, we got to see what Reynoso does with Oscar Valdez because Oscar Valdez, I don't know if y'all seen his last fight. He wasn't looking too great, and he actually almost got knocked out against that dude Adam Lopez. And we don't really get to see Ryan Garcia because he's knocking everybody out. That's why I'm hoping that Ryan Garcia, before he step up in competition, I like the knockouts as a fan, but for the real development of Ryan Garcia, I'm hoping he go like 8 to 12 rounds, or at least 6, because he's knocking people out in the first round. So it's not really nothing. I seen on his Twitter that he said, I'm thinking of making the fight earlier because they said in July. So we'll see. And everybody was like, fight on the undercard of Canelo. Why not? Why not do that? Yeah, Burchett gonna stop him, bro. I think Burchett gonna light him up. Burchett gonna knock him out. Burchett, I like Burchett. Burchett is beatable though. I don't think Burchett gonna beat no Shakur Stevenson. Because see, the one thing about Miguel Burchett, he fights off of momentum a lot. But if you notice that he'll fast and then he'll stop, and then he got a lot of momentum. Similar, his technique is much better than Antonio Margarito, but that's how they fight. Shakur Stevenson gonna tie you up. He gonna go to the body. He ain't gonna let you do that, and he might be stronger at 130 because he's saying he be having problems making weight. So with Shakur Stevenson fighting next week, this is a trap fight. These fights right here, that's a good question. You said people blame the trainer for what grown men do. That's true. Yeah, that's his name, Mexican Trinidad, bro. Go watch Trinidad. Go watch him, bro. Mexican Trinidad. Yo, he got that he got that fire in him. You said, let me see. You said Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney may take over the big kids and very talented. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's wide open. I'm not gonna lie. If this was a basketball, the 2003 draft, Canelo had just won a championship with Syracuse. Remember that? And they went undefeated with Jimmy Boeheim. But still, LeBron was number one coming out of high school, and the Detroit Pistons was dumb. They didn't even get Canelo. They let him drop to the third thing. And imagine them having Carmelo Anthony when they was going back with the Piston teams of the early 2000s with Ben Wallace in them. If they had Carmelo, that'd have been crazy. They done the stupidest decision. And homeboy slipped a little bit. You had Chris Bosh in that draft. You also had Dwayne Wade in that draft. So this, with these youngins in boxing, the person that's going to end up being the best is the one that can, of course, a lot of it is management wise, being in the right fights. He got Andre Ward around him. He listens to Crawford, so his situation is amazing. And he's coach. I can just tell the way he is. He'll listen. You know what I'm saying? He'll listen. So of course, he not perfect. You know, he had a little incident, whatever. He ain't perfect, but he listens. And one thing, he got his little girl with him. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he just focused, bro. He really believed that he's a mate. He really believed he's great too. That's what Shakur does. But of course, check this out though. Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. See, I want to see Ryan Garcia go the distance. I want to see Ryan Garcia go the distance. Because when I see him go the distance, I can give him more. But just in that first round alone, look at the fight against Fonseca. In the first round alone, he actually avoided the punches by using his feet. That's very important to me when I look at guys. Yeah, I mean, that could be it though. But see, and you also got to look at training. You also got to look at training and mentalities. Homeboy haven't made as much money as Tank Davis yet. I don't think. So he still got the hunger. He's still probably trying to buy his dream house. He probably hasn't done it yet because not the pocket watch. You know, I don't really like to do that. Not the pocket watch, but I believe that he only made 250,000 versus Fonseca. It's not. Okay, let me break it down. If both of them came in a fight in tip-top shape, people don't realize that Tank is fast, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not capping for Tank. You already know. I just honestly tell you my opinion. The dude got skills, bro. He can cut the ring off. He's physically strong. He places his punches very well. Very well. He's one of the best body punchers in boxing. He's one of the best body punchers in boxing. And you also got to realize this. He has power in both hands, and he's fast, and he got defense. I've been telling people for years, or at least months, that he's more slicker than Gary Russell. And a lot of people like, nah, see, just because you got power, people just automatically put you in a box that you're not slick. But if you actually just watch him, and the way he void punches, yeah, it could be a problem. But the great thing about that fight, Terrell, is Tank has the equalizer for size. He knows how to cut the ring off, and he's physically strong. So if both of them came into the fight in tip top shape, Black and Brown Boxing said he's seen Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia looked like he having problems making weight. He is much taller, but we know Homeboy have problems making weight as well. So I really think that they're gonna make that fight. Trust me, and I think it's gonna be on pay-per-view. And I really believe that if they really sit down together and get the egos aside, go to boy. I don't know what plan they got for him without Ryan Garcia, because if you want to be a pay-per-view king, because PBC has to make a choice. Deontay Wilder, this is that's not the end of the road if he losing, but as far as pay-per-view sales, what if Wilder to get knocked out again? Earl Spence, who he fighting next? Who he fighting next? Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. Let me stop this real quick. I know what it is. Let me stop something. Let me do something. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I think it's because of the thing moving in the back. I think he gonna be fighting Danny Garcia. Yeah. I think it's doing that because of my slideshow. I think that's better. I be experimenting, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no universities for YouTube. You just gotta figure it out on the zone. Yeah, I think he gonna beat Danny though. That's what it was, Samuel. Thanks for pointing that out though. Yeah, I think he gonna beat Danny's, but we don't know like how the accident does. And I keep saying it. I favor Earl Spence about 8 rounds to 4 or 9 rounds to 3. If you look at Danny Garcia last fight, that supposedly left hook that he lands is not the same. He don't know how to position it as great against southpaws, and that was against Red Cat. Red Cat is Red Cat taller than him? But I don't think Red Cat is taller than Earl, and Earl got long arms. Red Cat, for what he was doing, he was throwing a nice left to the body. Red Cat was bang, but Earl Spence body shots, and then see the for Danny Garcia, his arms is kind of small, so he has to be in a particular position. So outboxing you from the outside is not as going to be his forte. So if you look at the Mikey Garcia fight, that style is all wrong for Danny Garcia. That style is all wrong for Danny. Like I said, I see 8 rounds to 4 or 9 rounds to 3. But the question in this fight is, what is Earl Spence going to look like after the accident? Do y'all think Errol Spence is how do you think he was looking in the ES News thing? Shout out to them. How do you think he was looking? Um, how do you think he was looking? I don't know. I gotta see a little bit more of it. That's when Derek James was making those comments. Yeah, that Ryan Garcia fight, bro. Whoo! I'm telling you, man. Even if somebody lose, as long as they promote it right, yeah, he gotta get in shape. He, homeboy, homeboy told you the 10 Commandments about being a fighter, and stop playing. Eventually, stuff just gets caught up to you. Look at Danny. His excuse was he was 25 pounds overweight. He said he was eating, and he did, to his credit, have fought last April. But if you're not living that fighter's lifestyle, it can catch up to you like quick. It can catch up to you real, real fast. But if the fight is in June, he got 3 months to get in shape. He got 3 months to get in shape. I would rather him fight Manny Pacquiao. To be honest with you, I would rather him fight Manny Pacquiao. Because to believe it or not, he got the style to neutralize Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao got speed, but he got a nice jab. Manny Pacquiao is there, but he can walk in a high guard, but that's not really his thing too much in the. I guess it's a little bit in the high guard, but he can walk Manny Pacquiao down. Because physical, if you really think of it from a physics standpoint, Manny Pacquiao isn't as strong as Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia got the extra toe on one of his feet. So Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, he can walk him down. Also, from a business standpoint, I'm sure he will make more. Let me think about this. Because against Danny, he's the A side. Against Manny, he wouldn't be the A side. So Manny probably would get more money. But that fight would be bigger because it'd be for 3 straps. It'd be for 3 straps. So, in my opinion, I think Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Mikey Garcia on the zone. Real talk. Now, if his contract is still exclusively with Al Heyman, because each contract is different. Oh yeah, if it's no, yeah, we know that. Yeah. Because you look what he did to Lucas Matisse. This is one of my favorite joints right there. I ain't trying to get nobody no free advertising. These joints on sale. The coconut water. I don't really like the ones with the pulp in it. But yeah, if it's Novada, yeah, that's Manny, man. Because he be throwing all them punches, and then he be walking through punches. You know what? Let me break that down, Terrell. Look, check this out. See, I keep it. I have my favorites, and I talk my shit. But I actually, when I break stuff down, I try to take away whatever my favorite is or whatever, and actually look at the fight. Manny Pacquiao is fast, right? But we've seen that Mikey has a chin. He took a lot of shots from Earl and didn't fall. We also know that Homeboy's favorite punch is that straight right hand. And he throw it in different variations. So against a southpaw like Manny, that's your breadwinner right there. Look at Marquez. Marquez doesn't fight like Mikey Garcia. But Mikey Garcia got some crack. He got some crack, bro. He got some crack. So you can't just run up on Mikey. Earl didn't do it. He must have felt it. You can't just run up on him like that. Now, his stamina is not super great because if you notice about Mikey Garcia, his power, I gotta do it, Samuel. I appreciate you for keeping me on my toes, man. I'm trying to get right for the summer. It's the springtime. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna probably go to the gym after this. I was supposed to go yoga class, but they canceled it. You know what I'm saying? I actually went to the gym. I just done like 150 squats because I'm trying to get my legs back to being super strong. So do about 500. So because I'll be walking the mountains, but it's not as easy as you think it is. Darkness. You ain't gonna just beat unless you like somebody like Terrence Crawford. Because you gotta remember, Darkness, styles make fights. So you can't just think that because Earl done that to Mikey. Because Earl is about almost 5'10". Mikey is probably short. Mikey is probably taller than Manny. And it's a different stylistically fight. He is awkward though. It just doesn't work that way. You gotta give Mikey credit for the Jesse Vargas victory. I picked it in a close majority decision, and I was almost right. So to give Mikey credit, he had to make an adjustment because I had him losing the first 4 rounds. So as much as we shit on fighters and as much as we talking our shit about boxers, because we all do, if you really actually take away your personal feelings, to be able to make an adjustment after 4 rounds actually takes some type of something in you to do that. Because it was looking like he might lose a unanimous decision. So he adjusted in that fight. Homeboy is taller. Now, Manny Pacquiao, he didn't dominate Keith Thurman. If he didn't get a knockdown, I would have been like a draw. Now, Keith Thurman moves around differently. But Homeboy is not going to move around as much as Keith Thurman. So I favor Manny Pacquiao. But to think that he just going to dominate Mikey like that, no. I don't think so. I don't think he just gonna dominate him like that. I'm trying to explain to you, if you got a nice straight right hand for Manny Pacquiao, and you don't go look at all of the Juan Manuel Marquez fights. Now Manny Pacquiao has developed the right hand and the right hook, but just go look at all the fights. You got to be there with Manny, but you can't be overwhelmed by Manny. If you let him overwhelm you, then it's like, oh, he just hit you. But if you stand your ground, he might hit you a little bit and you parry your shots a little bit, and that's the perfect punch for it, the straight right. Because Manny Pacquiao defense ain't great like that. I know he got skills though. I'll be seeing one of my favorites. Y'all know that, but I ain't taking. You know, I look at things from a style standpoint. He ain't gonna just Manny Pacquiao ain't gonna just beat him like that. Oh nah, that wasn't no blowout. That fight was close. Yeah, he got good timing, and that's all you need against Manny is good timing. And actually, I believe Keith Thurman hurt Manny in the fight. And if you really think about it, before Homeboy had these injuries, are we talking about pre-Earl Spence Keith Thurman, when he was known as One Time? He was known as he was figured to be the biggest puncher at 147. He had some injuries or whatever. His stamina, your stamina affects your power. So Mikey, who started off at 126, if you dropping guys at 147, we know Jesse Vargas isn't the highest of competition. But was Tim Bradley knocking him down? Was Thomas Delorme knocking him down? Manny Pacquiao knocked him down because Manny Pacquiao got some crack. So you can't just say that Jesse Vargas is super weak like that. So if he dropping Jesse Vargas, he got a little crack in him. And then Manny Pacquiao is not a big guy like that. So if he hit Manny Pacquiao with a straight right, so he gonna have to close the difference. So I think this is what he gonna have to do. He gonna have to walk Manny down and force Manny to fight on the inside and fight dirty with Manny. Manny ain't a dirty fighter. Rough him up. Rough his ass up. See, Keith Thurman don't fight like that. Keith Thurman don't fight like that. That's why Crawford versus Manny, Crawford to stop him. I'm telling you that right now. Crawford gonna knock out Manny. Cause he ain't mean. That's what Mikey gotta fight in. He gotta fight mean. Like he gotta really get in there, but he can't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? And underestimate his power because he is fast. It's hard to train for that. I don't know who would be his sparring partner. Who do you think a good sparring partner would be for Mikey Garcia? Who do y'all think would be a good sparring partner for him to get him prepared for Manny? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for Manny to probably get sparring partners than it is for Mikey. But Mikey, I favor Manny, but it ain't gonna be like that. Manny, Homeboy might get dropped, but I think he'll get back up though. Mikey got heart. You gotta remember, he was going in there with Earl when Earl was knocking everybody out and went the distance. So if that does give you some confidence. Like I said, I favor Manny, but I actually won't be surprised if he knock out Manny Pacquiao. I'm not even capping for him, to be honest with you. I didn't watch too much boxing and seen it. Because we know Manny Pacquiao don't like it to the body. But Homeboy hasn't been landing a lot of body punches at 147. He hasn't been. He used to be landing more on the body. But if he land that right hand enough, Manny Pacquiao gonna start to think about 8 years ago when Manuel caught him. But we'll see. We'll see. I would rather see Earl versus Manny or Crawford versus Manny. To be honest with you, that would be more telling because it would be for straps. You get what I'm saying? It will be more meaningful. And then put Mikey in there. So yeah, I can see it going a decision, but I can see. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm just using my boxing brain, if I had to see somebody getting knocked out, I could see Manny Pacquiao getting knocked out before I could see Mikey. And I know a lot of people going to look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Manny Pacquiao? No, you got to look at certain things. Manny Pacquiao been knocked out a lot of times. I know they was early in career, but your brain don't forget. He been knocked out. And if you notice, one thing about Manny Pacquiao, when he falls. He don't usually get back up when he falls. Do you notice that? He got a solid chin, but look at Manny Pacquiao fights. When he get dropped, does he usually get back up? No. Mikey has gotten back up. And Mikey got that straight right. So if he dropping lipping ass, he hurting people. So if any, yeah, he can stop him. Let's listen, man. Listen, anything can happen in boxing, but we got to see how it's gonna go. I don't know where the fight will be at though, but most likely I see a decision, and I got Manny Pacquiao. That will be my predictions, but I'm just looking at all the different scenarios. If somebody get knocked out, I say Manny Pacquiao get knocked out, because eventually your age do catch up to you. He is what 41, and like I said, every time he get dropped, he don't get back up. I don't know if somebody can point that out to me. Has anybody ever seen Manny Pacquiao get dropped and get back up? All you got to do is look at it. So, and because usually, I think he's better at 140 myself too. I think he's better at 140 myself. But the thing about it too, Terrell, why does he have to come in at 147? Manny Pacquiao small. Manny Pacquiao don't gain weight overnight. Why won't he weigh in at 142 to keep his speed? Why not? He not fighting no big welterweight. He not fighting like Crawford or Earl. Why he got to weigh in at 147? Why won't he weigh in at 142? But like I said, I got Manny. But as far as we'll see how that fight goes, because the next fight that I'm really looking at, man. For those who haven't smashed the thumbs up, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Most of y'all probably already subscribed. A lot of my boxing live stuff is going to be on this channel. I need to build this channel up. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I need to get my watch time up. Once the watch time get up, then that's when it can be up there. Yeah, we'll see. Chen Smoke. He could get beat up too. Yup. Loma versus Teofimo. Man. Y'all know I'm trying to go to that fight, right? Y'all know I'm trying to go to that fight, but something is up with this fight, man. This is unusual for them to be delaying it. Maybe that rumor is true about Teofimo. Lomachenko not wanting to fight. I don't know. Somebody got to tell me. This fight is like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. This fight here, this is one of the most anticipated fights of the year. You wouldn't be out of the question to damn near call it undisputed, damn near. But it's harder to call it undisputed because you do got Ryan Garcia and Tank in the division, and Devin Haney. It's just like if you think yeah, Manny on the G. Yeah. It goes 12. Yeah, he totally different. He totally different. It could be a draw too. Mikey hasn't looked great to me. Jose. Oh, that would be a good fight too. Jose, actually, Josh Taylor would be a good fight. The winner of Josh Taylor Ramirez. The only thing is the coronavirus threw everything off. Because remember, the first fight was supposed to be February 1st. It got pushed back 3 months. Victor Postal and Jose Ramirez. And you got a cock blocker that's the number one mandatory that's trying to cock block Undisputed, Catterall. You know what I'm saying? And then Homeboy fighting May 2nd. So technically, they can fight in August for Undisputed. Technically, they both were top ranked. They both won each other. So he fight the winner of that one, which I favor Josh Taylor. Because he ain't going to fight nobody that got the same trainer. I doubt it, unless Jose Ramirez go back to Freddie Roach, which I doubt it. I don't think he's going to go back to Freddie Roach. See, that's corny. That's corny right there. See? If you this guy and you this good, first of all, in New York, it makes the best decision. I went to New York. I believe it was a sellout versus Ringendale. It was the Madison Square Garden Theater. It wasn't the full place. People was driving from Connecticut, from Ukraine. I'm talking to the dude. So how is it that's crazy? That's a sign right there that could I don't want to look too far into it because it could just be Egus Clemus. Usually he wasn't saying that when it was somebody else. It's not like he's fighting homeboy fighting in New York. It's not like it's first of all the way they built up Teofimo as a New York fighter is not the same as the way they built up Terence Crawford in Nebraska. So it's totally different. New York is a bigger melting pot. So it's totally different. Even look at Danny Jacobs. You get what I'm saying? Homeboy fought Danny Jacobs in New York. Triple G, I believe. Wasn't that New York? Wasn't that New York? So I don't know, man. But for selfish reasons, I wanted to be in New York. So it'd be easier for me to, you know what I'm saying? I can either stay in New York or I can stay with my peoples and just drive up there. So for selfish reasons, I wanted to be in there. But that's just everybody know that that's where it should be at. Lomachenko fan base on the West Coast wasn't really popping like that. So why would he not have it there? Or it could be a stalling tactic to get more money because he know it's a bigger threat. You think so, Tiro? I don't know. Did y'all see go back and look at Lucas Matisse versus Lamont Peterson and look at the reaction to Danny Garcia. They said Danny Garcia was shook as well. A few months later, on the undercard of Canelo and Floyd Mayweather, he beat Lucas Matisse. So this fight gonna be crazy, bro. This is gonna shake up the boxing world, bro. Trust me. The YungN coming in, this is like legendary shit, bro. That's gonna be legendary, bro. If Teofimo win this one, it's sad that he gonna go to 140, but he gotta do what he gotta do. But he said he's having problems making weight, so him going to 140, it's amazing if they actually had a tournament, because we always gonna be arguing who really is this one. But it's good for him because he got a big name on his resume. He gonna be on the pound for pound list. If you beat some people's pound for pound number one, not mine, but in some people's number one, if you beat this guy and if you stop him, and you already stopped the guy, Richard Coleman, who's never been knocked out, that's pound for pound worthy stuff. And guess what? He's in a perfect position. Guess what? He's in the same promoter as guess who? Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. So it's not out of the question where he can low-key be almost undisputed at 135. And then next year, early next year, right after Josh Taylor fight Ramirez, before they move up to 147, of course they'll fight Teofimo because he's a big name and he's a smaller guy. He can technically be undisputed at 140 with around 20 fights. This is super legendary status that Teofimo in. Teofimo holds the cards to a lot of things because he's not in a position where people is ducking him. You get what I'm saying? He's not high risk, low reward. He's risky with a high reward. So he's in a great position right now, Teofimo, just breaking it down. Imagine that. Can you imagine that? Being considered there and then go to 140? All he has to do, I don't know who his manager is. He has to continue to build up his name. He got to do more than just what Top Rank is doing for him, though. He had to build up his following and really make sure he becomes that pay-per-view guy on his own because he's very exciting. Outside the ring, I like the way he answers things. He has his father that's like a heel, which helps him sell because people just want him to lose because of his father. Because I was looking at something on Fight Hype, shout out to them. Ryan Garcia dad was talking something about Ryan Garcia dad was talking about something with Ryan Garcia dad was talking something about. Did y'all see what Ryan Garcia dad said about Teofimo Sr.? So he got it, bro. See, that's what I always explain to people, that in order to be like the certain face of certain things or to be prime, you gotta have the opponents. Because you can be in cruiserweight and be the best thing popping. Like Usyk could have stayed at cruiserweight, but now he's moving to heavyweight. And just to get into just to talk about heavyweight, just to talk about heavyweights, what I was gonna say, who do y'all think the best heavyweight in boxing is? Like real talk, who do y'all think the best heavyweight in boxing is? Do y'all think Fury is going? If they had a tournament with all four guys that you see in the screen, and then you might throw in, yeah, these four guys. I guess you can throw in some wild cards. Dylan White. I don't see Dylan White beating none of these four guys. Philip Hergovic, maybe. Most people right now, and after his performance, have picked Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury, I've been saying this before, he already was talking about retiring after 3 fights. So, but like I say, well, you can't count Wilder out like that. Wilder has a lot of searching to do. Excuses is out the door. He really has to dig deep down inside. The fight is supposedly in July. He's got press conferences. He got to face his demons. He got to face somebody that's not afraid of him, that just stopped him. So his image and his ego has been bruised. When you're the baddest man on the planet and you get knocked out, how can you define yourself as the baddest man on the planet when somebody else knock you out? So that's a psychological thing with himself that he has to fight. So, but then a lot of people think just because Fury done that to Wilder that he just gonna rush AJ. I don't know if they don't know boxing or they just don't understand it. It's the sweet science. Anthony Joshua, the way he fights is not the same as Wilder. His base, his balance is better. He throws more combinations. He doesn't have as much power with that one punch, but he has power. He has power. And then he's also a better body puncher than Deontay Wilder. So with him being a better body puncher, he about an inch taller, shorter than Wilder. I think he's 6'6", Wilder 6'7", Homeboy 6'9". They already sparred, I believe, Tyson Fury and Joshua. And Joshua, he ain't gonna just push Joshua back like that. I don't know why people even consider that. He ain't gonna just do that. And you also got to realize that Anthony Joshua is physically bigger than Homeboy. His base, his legs is a little different. So as long as he get in the right weight and the stamina, he ain't gonna just push him back like that. And actually, if he do that, that would probably fall right into Anthony Joshua's hands because Anthony Joshua can fight on the inside and he can go to the body. So him trying to weigh Tyson Fury trying to weigh him down is differently. So he ain't gonna fight him like that. He gonna try to outbox Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua can close the distance and use his feet. That's why I'm not picking Fury over Joshua like that. No, I can't see it like that. I'm gonna have to. I can't just pick him over Joshua like that. If you just study basing it on styles make fights. Exactly. He fought Tifonel with Otto Alin. Exactly. People forget certain things. People forget. And people forget that Anthony Joshua got off the canvas and was almost out of his feet and came back against Vladimir Klitschko and stopped him. Tyson Fury's stamina. What's Tyson Fury game plan going to be, y'all? He do got some skills, but just because you got the most skills, that don't mean that you the best, though. It's a lot of fighters that got more skills, but they fight somebody with less skills because, to be honest with you, Anthony Joshua got just as much skills than Tyson Fury. Now, Tyson Fury is slicker. He got better head movement, so his defense is better, and he uses his range better. But Joshua is the better puncher. Homeboy got a little footwork. Look what he was doing against Ruiz, throwing pull counters. Exactly. That's what he should do for Fury against AJ. That's what he do, and he gonna try to grab him. But if Joshua Joshua is smart. Look at his interviews, bro. He's smart. He said Tyson Fury is technically undisputed. He never lost the WBA, IBF. Lineal champion now holds the WBC. Yeah, okay. But that don't mean he gonna beat Joshua, and that don't mean he gonna beat Usyk. So you can't. It's just like at 135. If Teofimo beat Lomachenko got all these belts. Or do you automatically think just because Teofimo beat Lomachenko, that mean he beat Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney? You can't say that. That's why we actually got to see the fights. Because it's about training and about mental. Some people get up for certain things. He can outbox him on the outside. I can see him outboxing him. But I also see Anthony Joshua closing the distance and going to Tyson Fury's body and slowing him down and hurting him. Homeboy hit that dance floor. I don't know about that. I like Usyk, bro. Y'all know how I feel about Usyk, bro. I like him, bro. He got that competitive spirit. Like, he want these guys. He don't want to take step aside money for Anthony Joshua. You got to give him credit. But we're going to break him down more in May when he fights Derek Chisora. This is the perfect fight for him, fighting Derek Chisora, because Derek Chisora, all right, bro. You keep thinking that. It takes time to get used to the weights like that. All right. It's just like anybody else moving up in weight. It's just bigger. Y'all looking at that fight. Look at the Chisora fight. I don't know if he had problems with the camp. He claimed the injury. He fighting Chisora. And you also got to realize, let me break something down to you guys. Tyson Fury winning on a roll. He went to Germany for Klitschko. I believe it was Germany. He came over to the U.S. to beat Wilder. All the dude's fights was on a roll. So you know where his mentality is with Usyk. The dude won a gold medal. So you're not going to just beat him if you take away knockouts, right? Because most fights don't end in a knockout. Most of them don't. You got to think of, we know 7 rounds to 5 is a unanimous decision. Listen. Yeah, it's still on, Terrell. Yeah. He do got to prove something. And I think he going to prove it with this Chisora fight. I can't wait for that fight, bro. I can't wait, because we know, first of all, the press conferences be crazy. Chisora, bro. Y'all sleeping on my boy. Y'all sleeping on my boy Usyk, but that was a short notice fight. But Dylan White, he looked better than Dylan White did against WAP. Because remember, Usyk was supposed to fight some guy, that Diesel dude. I forget the Diesel dude name. But it's crazy, it's going to be an actual year since he fought. I think he fought that dude in May, right? I don't know. All right, peace, Jen. Peace out, yo. Yeah, that fight is good, though. We got to see. See, he's in a good position because psychologically, these guys perceive him as being smaller, and they underestimating him. So what he going to have to do to Chisora, he going to have to make a statement. He going to have to make a statement to let them guys know that he's the real deal. So what better way to do it is to knock out Chisora. Knocking out Chisora is not easy. He put 2 tough fights up against Dylan White. So Usyk is in a great position, being as though that he's smaller. And to be honest with you, let me explain something once again. He's actually fought at heavyweight, because you remember, Tyson Fury is actually considered a super heavyweight, and Anthony Joshua, I believe, is a super heavyweight. So Usyk and Wilder is around the same weight. Usyk probably weigh more than Wilder. Wilder is not that big. He's longer. So Usyk is not as small as you think he is. He just smaller because these guys technically in the Olympics would be super heavyweights. So that's where it goes. But we know skills pay the bills. His in and out style is nice, and he gets to a higher level. I don't know if he's still with Lomachenko, dad, but he got the in and out style. But his defense isn't the greatest. But at the same time, he makes adjustments and he has the winner's mentality. So Chisora is the perfect fight for him, because if he can't beat Chisora, then what makes him think he's gonna beat Anthony Joshua, Fury, or Wilder? But he said he would even fight. People were saying he was clout chasing Wilder. He said he will fight Wilder. He called Wilder out, bro. You gotta respect that. Certain things ain't clout chasing. Like, certain things ain't clout chasing. Because nowadays you be like, why this guy don't call nobody out? So certain situations ain't clout chasing. I use the word clout chasing a lot. So if you call a person out, you can't compare Dylan White and Usyk when it comes to short notice because Usyk had a full training camp and White didn't. Okay, I mean I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that for real. But I think Usyk, bro. Now that really is, bro. This thing. See, the thing about Tyson Fury is the dude is 6'9" and he like 270 and can move around. He ain't slow. You get what I'm saying? That's crazy. But for heavyweights, I still think Usyk stylistically, because y'all know I pick Usyk. You know I don't be lying about what I say. I got the receipts and I man up to what I say. If I get a prediction wrong, I ain't no crybaby. I don't be making excuses. Y'all know I keep it 100. Usyk, I picked him to beat Tyson Fury. Now a lot of people think that he did this to him. It's not the same because homeboy can get out of the way in certain things. Homeboy can lean on Usyk, yeah, but Usyk can go to the body as well. Usyk, if you think about it, Usyk versus Anthony Joshua is dangerous for Usyk. But once again, he has experience. He fought Joe Joyce. That was a close fight. Anthony Joshua was much better than Joe Joyce. So it's not like this guy is just coming in here without that experience. You know he got all those scientists around him. You know he working with Lomachenko died. The guy is like a professor. So they doing all these tricks and they juggling and shit like that. They juggling. They doing all types of stuff, juggling and all that. Whatever they doing, you gonna have to really beat Usyk. And whoever beat Usyk, I'm giving them credit. I'm not gonna shit on him and say, nah, this dude a cruiserweight. Because remember a guy by the name of Evander Holyfield? Correct me if I'm wrong. I actually think Holyfield might have started at light heavyweight. And if he could have started at cruiserweight. So you build up to it. I think they're about the same height. You get what I'm saying? Now I'm just talking about the Olympics, Samuel Shaw. And Olympics is super heavyweight. It's a different category in the Olympics. Because that's why you see a lot of guys that fight at heavyweight in the Olympics, they fight at cruiserweight. Cruiserweight for Holyfield. I mean, I like that on paper. Like I said before, if Teofimo beat Lomachenko, most people would consider him at the moment the best lightweight. But is he really the best lightweight when you got Tank, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia there? A lot of people at the moment, right now, might consider Fury the best heavyweight. And I don't disagree with him on that. But overall, you can't just count out. Of course, you can't count out Wilder in the rematch. Wilder has a lot to do. You can't just straight count him out. Because what if Fury start partying it again and not taking training serious, or injuries or whatever it is? What if he get cut or anything could happen? Or what if he just don't get hit with the right hand? What if Wilder has great stamina? He got tired after 3 rounds. So what if he get great stamina? Because if you got great stamina, no matter if a dude is 40 pounds heavier, it can slow you down. But if you got great stamina, you can also do things to make the guy lose some of his stamina and fury and take away some of his tactics of leaning down. He's going to have to learn a whole new different ball game. Because Fury fought that dirty fight. This is boxing. I said that's the fight that you got to fight him anyway. You got to make it dirty for this dude. Like, everybody know, if you know boxing, I don't know how long people look, yo, Terrell, Otto Wallin was supposed to fight on HBO. I mean Showtime, but he called out of the fight. I don't know why. Maybe they paid him some more money to be an opponent for somebody else. So don't be surprised if Andy Ruiz fight Otto Wallin. or Luis Ortiz fight Otto Alin. See, a lot of times they don't really be injured when they pull out of fights. That's just their way to pull out of the fight because they got offered more money to fight on a different platform. Everything ain't always an injury. And I'm sure y'all know that, but I just had to reinforce that. But Otto Ali, it's funny how styles make fights though. It's unbelievable. It's like that, and it's just unbelievable. But if Usyk knock out Chisora, I think people gonna take him serious. Can we all agree with that? If he knock out Chisora, you almost can't play with his name no more. You can't say that he a cruiserweight. You gotta forget that he was a cruiserweight. Nobody thinks of Holyfield as a cruiserweight. We think of him as a smaller heavyweight. He might go somewhere. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right, Samuel. Let me reinforce these things. I said I gotta work on my clarity. Sometimes when I say things, I'm not as clear. I said that technically in the Olympics, when you a certain weight, they classify you as a super heavyweight. The heavyweights, a lot of them fight at cruiserweight there. Remember, that's why I said it's going to be very hard to beat homeboy that's fighting a light heavyweight or Tor Better BF because he was fighting at heavyweight. Hurting Usyk with headgear on at heavyweight. So imagine what he gonna do to these guys at 175. So I'm saying from an Olympic standpoint, they classify you. Look it up. It's super heavyweight division. It's super heavyweight division. I don't know the exact weights, but it's different. But size does matter, but you can make up for it if you got the certain skills. Look at Chris Bird. Y'all know Chris Bird. So do y'all think that Chris Bird is way? See, this is how we got to break this down. First of all, the era that Chris Bird was fighting in, do you think that era was better than this one? So if you think that the era that Chris Bird was fighting in, well, Holyfield, Klitschko's, Vitali, David Tua was better than this era, now you got to ask yourself this: is Chris Bird much better than Usyk? Oh, that could be it. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. And what's popping? You said bro, Billy Joe both look related to. What's popping? Y'all get what I'm saying? Somebody answer me that question. If Chris Bird, who started off, I believe, at middleweight, I think Usyk, he moved his way up too. I think Usyk fought Sean Porter in the amateurs. I don't know if Sean Porter won. So if you ask yourself this, if Chris Bird was fighting in that era and was doing something, why can't Usyk? Now, Chris Bird didn't have as much power, but he was slick. He was very tough. So if he can do it at Southpaw, then why can't Usyk do it? So a lot of these things I'm not just talking just to talk. Because I seen Chris Bird. He wasn't real exciting, but he did what he had to do fighting guys way bigger. Oh, Sean B. Usyk. So if Chris Bird can do what he did, why can't Usyk? Why can't Usyk? So we can't just count him out like that. We just can't count him out like that because certain things happen. Do y'all see how Chris Bird won that championship from Vitali Klitschko, right? Vitali Klitschko got hurt in, I believe, the 10th or 11th round and couldn't continue, and he won. Hey, I don't care. He won. So I ain't sleeping on Usyk, but I am just like y'all. I want to see him improve at heavyweight, but I'm not just counting him out both based on his size. I tell you that. I'm not counting him out based on his size because he does have skills. He does have skills, and we have to see if all these guys can come. Because what if hypothetically Wilder knock out Fury in a rematch? The fight with AJ still gonna be big. And you got to think of this. If he knock out Fury in a rematch, he's not going to be the underdog in none of his fights. He's going to be the favorite over Joshua, and he's going to be the favorite over Usyk, hands down. So that's going to change the landscape of things. That's the great thing about boxing. We never know. Yeah, they did though, Samuel. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But that's what I'm saying. Some of them did. Some of them did slaughter him. But he beat somebody. He beat a lot of names though. So it just because it's not just size like that. And I think Chris Bird, I'll be honest with you, I think Homeboy is bigger than Chris Bird. Real talk. And he got more power than Chris Bird. Usyk. Usyk is bigger and got more power than Chris Bird. So you got to realize that you can't just think that just because he there that he just gonna lose like that. The dude got something. The dude got something with him though. Yeah, it does push people back. But see, if you really know boxing, it's a way to regulate somebody and not allow them to push you back. If you move around the ring and force them to move around the ring, Usyk can do that. And if he do tie him up, if you in superb conditioning, he can push you down. And just because you lean on him, we know Homeboy hit that dance floor. Steve Cunningham dropped him. So you also got to realize that Usyk can go to the body. Because Homeboy is tall and he's elusive, but his midsection is still there to be hit. So Usyk being as smart as he is, I'm sure he's gonna focus on here. To beat guys like Usyk, you really gotta beat him. He's beatable though. I'm not saying he's this or he can't be beat. I'm just not counting him out just because he's smaller. I'm not just counting him out just because he's a cruiserweight. Because you also got to put it like this. Yeah, you're right. And that's what's dangerous. That's what makes the fight dangerous. Because I think AJ can stop him. I think Wilder can stop him. I don't think Fury is stopping though. I don't think Fury is stopping. You gotta realize. You gotta realize this. Y'all gotta put things in perspective. If it took him 7 rounds for Wilder, we seen Wilder. His legs was done almost instantly in round 1 or 2. These guys, Usyk, they coming in tip top shape. And I already told y'all how Homeboy finished fights good with his stamina, like Lomachenko. So if it's taking them 7 rounds here, you're not going to just be knocking guys out like that. That's why I look at the big picture on things and try not to just put everything in a box. You ain't going to just do that. If it's taking you 7 rounds, this dude got the stamina to go 12. Yeah, that was, you got to give him some credit though. That was his first fight. That was his first fight, Terrell. But it's also too if he go to the body because Homeboy's 6'9". How tall is Witherspoon? I agree, Samuel. I agree, Samuel. I agree with you on that one. But Homeboy can be hit. But what he does better than Chris Bird is his footwork is to me is better. His footwork is a little better. He bounce in more. And use his feet better. Homeboy was just losing like slickness. He from Michigan, bro. They got that Michigan heritage. But Usyk got a little bit more crack in his punches, so he can keep you away a little bit more. I don't care for who you are. You don't want to take no punches. Also, he can be in the gym getting stronger and filling himself out. Sometimes it take a little bit more because look at Crawford at 147 in his first fight against Jeff Horn, what he did to him. And now look at him. He looked way stronger. And he was bullying Jeff Horn, who was the bully. So, and you see what he did in the Mean Machine. But we'll see, man. We gotta see. You know, it has to be one in the gym. We can't just right now. I don't have no problem with saying Tyson Fury is number one. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem with that. But he still got to win this rematch. Yeah, he still got to win this rematch. Anthony Joshua got to get it past Pulev. Hopefully he not taking him lightly because I doubt if it's a rematch clause because it's an IBF mandatory, which is still for the other 3 straps: WBA, WBO, and IBF. because if Fury win and Pulev win, I'm sure he'd take that fight, and that'll be at the end of the year for undisputed, and the homeboy probably just retire. You know what I'm saying? Even though it won't be as big of a fight, but they'll still hype it up, have it somewhere. Dude from Bulgaria, they'll probably have that fight somewhere in Europe. It'd be hard from a business standpoint. It'd be hard to sell that fight. So we already know Pulev is gonna have to knock out Anthony Joshua. I'm talking about knock him out. It ain't no decisions with Pulev. Trust me. Trust me. He gonna have to stop him, and I think Joshua gonna knock him out. But heavyweight is back though. I'm glad to see heavyweight back though. I'm glad to see heavyweight back. But as far as what's his name? Shakur. As far as Shakur is talking about, Shakur Stevenson, he's in it. Like I said, he has a great team around him. He has a great team around him. Great mentors. Andre Ward, that's a great mentor right there. Birds in a feather flock together. So you seeing the way he do things, you picking up his energy, and you following it. That can only make you greater. You get what I'm saying? It's just like you hang around people. Y'all grow up. I don't know where y'all grow up at. I know most of y'all from Detroit. Terrell, you live in Delaware. You hang around people that get in trouble. You start getting in trouble. Remember as a little kid, you start hanging around people getting in trouble. They stealing cars and shit, or whatever it is that they doing. You might have been, not perfect kid, but you start hanging around people that start doing certain things, and you start behaving just like them. Birds in a feather flock together. So the great thing for Shakur is he around Crawford. Crawford be doing his thing. He's like a big brother to him. That's one thing I like about Crawford. He always embraced anybody that come on our team, even Maurice Hooker. Maurice Hooker said he was fighting, but they was always cool even before this. And then he got Andre Ward, Jay Prince, so he has a strong team around him. Floyd always talk about teams. That shit is true. Your team is so important. Oh wow, for real? He ain't gonna make it, bro. He ain't gonna make it to 12 rounds. He gonna get knocked out bad. All them MMA guys, Floyd stopping them. That money is there. See, Floyd got that leverage. He'll play back and forth. 11 round boxing, 1 round MMA. You said, nah, he'll knock him out, Anthony. He'll knock him out. And to be honest with you, he can probably knock out Homeboy in 1 round, bro. It's different levels to boxing. He can literally knock out Khabib in 1 round if he wanted to. He said he played with Homeboy. That's what everybody want. Yeah, why would he? Floyd ain't dumb. Like, come on, man. Floyd ain't gonna do that, man. Yeah. Now I ain't gonna front. I would like to see Crawford in a cage versus Homeboy. What's his name? The Irish guy. Conor McGregor. He said he's serious about it. He said he's serious about it. What do y'all think about Homeboy fighting? I'm gonna have to do a live on that. Crawford versus Conor McGregor in the cage. I think he can win. So what he gonna have to do is keep his he'll stop. Yeah, he'll knock out Floyd. I mean, Floyd will stop him. Like, it's Floyd, ain't nobody gonna beat him, man. But the thing that makes it interesting is Crawford fighting Conor McGregor. Cause he can catch Conor McGregor before Conor McGregor get a chance to even take him to the thing. And he got a little wrestling. And Crawford, that's gonna make it real interesting. Just put it like that. Yeah, it's not as big enough, but they said they will make it. But hey, actually, I don't know how much Conor McGregor paychecks be. Because if you think about it, Crawford name is big though. So I don't know who. I don't know. See, I don't really follow MMA as much, so I don't know who McGregor is fighting next. But trust me, if you put that in there, Crawford, people know who Crawford is. I don't know about that, bro. What you got to realize is that dude defense is gonna have to be on super extreme because he can get knocked out with one punch. Crawford can knock him out literally with one punch. Literally. He can catch a one punch knockout. Bang. But I fought her because Conor is used to that. But if Conor don't got no chin, he gonna get stopped, bro. These guys' defense don't be as good. He gonna get knocked out. But the only challenge for Crawford is he gotta look out for them kicks. But they could have special rules in there as where you can't kick. Yeah, he is. I know that's what I'm saying though. That's the reason why I'm saying that too, Terrell. Yeah, he ain't gonna just slam him like that, Anthony. Homeboy, he ain't gonna just slam him like that. Crawford hella strong, bro. Crawford hella strong. And Crawford can wrestle, bro. He just box anyway. That's what I'm saying. Khabib, I got Khabib beating Crawford, hands down. Like, but homeboy stand up more. So 80 million against Floyd. Yeah, he can fight Crawford. That might be his second biggest payday against Crawford because they'll promote the hell out of that. You got to realize that's ESPN. They already do the stuff on They both work with ESPN, so that'd be crazy, and that'd be the revenge factor over Floyd, and they hype it up with Floyd again. Shit, they might make that fight. You know what? He might fight at 170, yeah. But Crawford walk around at like one thing. So Crawford, I'm telling you this: if his defense ain't that great, if Crawford gonna hit him, Crawford gonna hit him. I would be interested in that one. That'd make my boy Crawford Crawford to be on another level. He get that fight and knock him out in the cage, bro. Woo, he gonna change the game. Floyd started it, but he really gonna change the game if he do it in the cage. He gonna change the gizzy. He knock out Conor McGregor, bro. He gonna change the game because it's gonna do a lot of pay-per-views. It's gonna do millions of pay-per-views. Yeah, of course I favor the guy that does it in the MMA. I'm just trying to think of ways, like Terrell said, he does fight going up. Remember, Conor started off as a boxer. I'm not being biased. I'm just thinking of ways because it's not the same. Because from what I've seen, Homeboy isn't the wrestler that Khabib is. Everybody know that Khabib is better than Conor McGregor. Like everybody know this, and he wrestling. But you gotta realize, Homeboy used to wrestle. So it's not like he don't got no experience. You see his sons, you see him on Instagram, his sons are wrestlers. So it's not like he can't wrestle and at least survive and make it like a street fight. It'd be just like a street fight, basically. And that's how Crawford gonna take it, like a street fight. He might get his ass kicked, but shit. Ray Mercer, yeah, James Toney did it too. But for big time, James Toney did it. Yeah, that could be it. But you gotta realize he got to be wary of that one punch, though. That's what's going to make it interesting, though. Crawford to knock him out, bro, with one shot. Bang. What with those small ass gloves, Crawford got one punch knockouts. Bang. Right on his chin. And then he got worried about for kicks. But it makes for an interesting fight. Because Bud Crawford, like I say, I would love to see Bud Crawford versus Homeboy. But as far as Shakur Stevenson, this is a trap fight. These trap fights, you can't be playing around with it. I don't know if y'all seen Miguel Mariaga. He ain't nobody. Just because Lomachenko did that to him, he had a close fight with Nicholas Walters, who I thought Nicholas Walters pulled it off. I believe they called it a draw, or was that Jason Sosa? Miguel Mariaga. No, Nicholas Walters beat him because Nicholas Walters fought Jason Sosa, who I thought he beat too. They called that a draw. So Miguel Mariaga, he been wanting to fight Mariaga, but now he got a belt. So it's been 4 years, you know what I'm saying, since the Olympics. So we gonna see. So if he has a chance to be one of the best youngins, but we gotta see these youngins take a shot. We gotta see these youngins take a shot. I think the best style matchup for for Shakur stylistically, of course, Devin Haney, but Tank Davis and Shakur would be a hell of a fight. That's some high level skill, and what I get from Shakur's defense is good. Now, the higher the competition, of course, we got to see it. You also got to see what is Shakur's chin like. Also, we got to see what happens if he fights somebody that don't allow him to grab. If you notice, every time it's the range there, he gonna either show great defense, but they taught him early. He got veteran tricks where he'd just grab you. He don't care. He like Andre Ward. They don't care. Even Floyd said it. Even look at when Floyd was in Brazil trying to recruit Shakur. He was just talking about how to beat the Russian guy. I was just watching. He's like, yeah, just touch him up and grab him. Those are veteran tricks. And he has that. But if Tank was to fight Shakur and Tank don't allow him to grab him, different ball game. Or Shakur versus Ryan Garcia, different ball game. Shakur, because to be honest with you, Shakur is, him and Devin Haney is about the same height. So he's not that much smaller than Ryan Garcia neither. Ryan Garcia is taller. So him against Ryan Garcia would be different. Because I'm curious to see what's going to happen if somebody move around the ring on Shakur. Because I want to see how Shakur fight going forwards and walking people down. Because it's going to be a time where it could be close on the scorecards. He could be fighting a guy that could be in the fight and moving around the ring, and he's going to have to fight going forwards, like the guy that's right to the right of him, Crance Crawford. So he's going to have to really get out of his comfort zone sometimes and see it. That's the part of Shakur Stevenson that I haven't seen yet. Him fighting going forwards and not being a counterpuncher. I want to see that Shakur. Because I seen it in Jerron Ennis. I don't know if y'all seen. If y'all look on my community page, I put up a video of Boots Ennis' dad and his little grandson, which would be Jerron Ennis' nephew, 5 years old. He working him. This dude is already like at 5 years old. He already got good technique and everything, throwing combinations and everything. 5 years old. I don't know which brother it is. It's either Derek or Farah, because they come from that family. So that's the thing I want to see Shakur. I want to see him fight going forward, because I'm telling you, if you're just a counterpuncher, that's a great thing, but you must be able to go fighting forward. Floyd did it, Crawford did it, and Andre Ward. I always bring those three names up because Andre Ward can go down. You see, after the fight with he can go for the gusto. So I want to see what happens with Shakur when he in trouble and different things like that. So all these things, we'll see if it might happen next Saturday. I'm gonna be live for it. I'm gonna be live for that. And then the 28th, we got 3 fights. Luis Nery, Showtime. We got Better BF. Y'all know I'm watching it better. I'm doing Virgil Ortiz and Better BF. That Luis Nery fight, I'm gonna have to watch that on the playback, because I doubt if they all be. One of them is going. That's too many fights on at the same time for them not to come on at the same time. So, yeah. So we'll see on that one though. But as for those who just coming in, I got Canelo I can see Canelo. Oh, jiu-jitsu? Oh, okay. Y'all know the MMA more than me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really. I don't really know it like that. I don't really know it like that. But as far as Billy Joe, just to recap, because we almost in 2 hours. I appreciate y'all coming over here on this channel. Because of course I could have done it on the other one. I'd have more people on here, but I just want to start to structure it a little bit with different things. Start over a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, Billy Joe, keys to victory. Stick and move, but not move too much. Make Canelo respect your power and go to the body. Because Canelo got a good chin, but nobody likes to get hit to the body. And he can't be playing around in there. He actually, see, it's probably, that's kind of part of your character. If you're not just a mean fighter, it's kind of hard to just become mean like Artur Beterbiev. And you get what I'm saying? But even if you're not super mean like Artur Beterbiev, but you can still realize don't be in all of Canelo. Don't be in all of Canelo. He got Ben Davison in his corner. I think Ben Davison is going to come up with a good game plan for him. Ben Davison is smart. Ben Davison is smart. Canelo, of course, he just got to his stamina gonna have to be on point because he gonna have to chase Billy Joe around. Billy Joe gonna be moving, and it's coming from the southpaw stance, and he hasn't fought a southpaw since Laurel. And we seen how that fight went. That was controversial. A lot of people said Laurel was won. So, and Billy Joe ain't Laurel though. He move, this, and this. He got a little trick to him, but Canelo can't. Canelo has to start. Um. Let me read this. You said Tony Ferguson. Uh. Oh yeah. See, I don't know MMA. Actually, nah. I never heard of Tony Ferguson. I only heard of Khabib. I only heard of a couple of them. Actually, it's a fight tomorrow. The Nigerian dude versus the I think he Cuban or Dominican Romero. He didn't get praised until he criticized Wilder and argued with Fred. Yeah, it's a lot of times. See one just to give my opinion on it. I seen Andre Ward when he fought. I seen Andre Ward when he fought on a. Go look at the undercard of Antonio Tarver versus Glenn Johnson. When he first came into boxing after winning the gold medal, he was after first coming into boxing after winning the gold medal, he was promoted by Goosen, which remember he had that breakup with Goosen, and he was promoted by Roy Jones. He fought on the undercard of that one, his pro debut, Tarver versus Glenn Johnson in 2004, I believe. A lot of he got the natural praise, but the extra praise, I see what you mean by that though. I see what you mean by that. But also, it's funny that you say that too. A lot of people started going against him, so it's both. He got a certain people that, a certain people that like a lot of people that didn't like don't like Wilder. Since he stood up to Wilder, he might have got that praise, but then a lot of people that might have liked him that like Wilder is down. So I guess it evened it out in a sense. And one thing about Andre Ward, he is an all-time great. And he got some great names. A lot of it too is your personality and the way you fight inside of the ring. Andre Ward is a great fighter, but if I had to count on how many fights was great fights, he's like Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan ain't catching alley oops or nothing like that. He just doing everything perfect. That's how Andre Ward was. So a lot of it, a lot of people might get more praise than like Kevin Garnett might get more praise than Tim Duncan. But if you watch basketball, do you really believe that Kevin Garnett is better than Tim Duncan? Speaking of Kevin Garnett, if you, on Showtime Boxing, I just had to subscribe to them because with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, that's a good series on Showtime. They got Kevin Garnett on there. Maybe it was a month ago. I just started watching it. So a lot of things is about how popular you are, and a lot of things is also about your personality and how you transcend with the public. Trust me, a lot of things is your personality. That's why I'm glad you brought that up, Terrell, too. That's why you see fighters with less skills make more money than a guy that has more skills, because a lot of stuff is based on how you get the crowd on your side. And a lot of things is based on your personality. Because if you look at Lomachenko, for as good as he is, he's not even really a big star like that. If you notice that, he don't be selling out. This is his first pay-per-view, but he got skills though. So it's just something like, I don't know. It's just certain things that certain people naturally gravitate you more. And one thing about Andre Ward, he's a stand-up guy, Christian. He sticks to it. He doesn't change for nobody. And like I said, I watched him since his pro debut. We live in a world where we don't live in the ideal world where just because you positive, it's crazy to think about it, how you think, okay, this guy is positive, he don't get in no trouble, he should be more well received. The world we live in is not black and white, bro. You can literally be a thug, like you can be bad and mean and a thug, and people gravitate you more. That's what I'm saying, Adrian Boner. It's funny how the world is, bro. Like you can be like a nice person, do everything right, and then you got a person that's like a knucklehead, arrogant, cuss you out, but then he gravitates. It's funny, man. It's actually it's amazing if you just look at things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I just look back at things and I'm like, wow, how did this dude get this reaction from the people? And he cool. Also, too, it's a lot with it's a lot of it has to do with your promotional network too, and what your backing is and what your push is. So certain things that work behind the scenes with the media, but things has changed because I got my own channel. Everybody got my channel. This channel's small. I got like 150 subscribers. You know, other channel maybe 1,000 something. So it depends on how you pushed it. Homeboy retired 2017. I used to go on YouTube a little bit, but I wasn't going on there as much. But yeah, you just because you it's crazy. That's just the world we live in. I don't know why it's like that, but it's just certain. I don't know. It has to do with like numbers, and everybody personality has like a certain numbers that's attracted to a certain person. I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain everything, but Andre Ward, like I said, he's a great fighter, man. It's hard to bet against him, bro. It's hard to bet against him. Lisa, what's popping? It's hard to bet against him. Real talk. It's hard to bet against him. But the great thing that he is in Shakur Stevenson's corner, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my opinion. I think he should go after Josh Warrington and then go after Gary Russell, so that way he can leave 126 knowing that he's the best. And why not fight Gary Russell in a big fight on the East Coast to start the process of your name being bigger? Now, he's in a situation where he can fight Miguel Burchett because his name is bigger than Miguel Burchett. So he'll get that fight. But he'll get to the point where, see, Top Rank only is, if y'all peep the game out, Top Rank can only do but so much. It's up to the fighter and their own personal team, Andre Ward and Jay Prince, to take him to a whole new different level. You get what I'm saying? He's not a knockout guy. We're in the United States. If he was fighting in the UK, that can be praised more because they just a different type of fan. Over here, guys want knockouts. So Shakur Stevenson is going to I think he should fight Gary Russell and really clear out the division. Fight Mariaga, Josh Warrington, and that'll give him 3 straps. Another strap ain't there. People will know when a few years be like, yeah, he was the best at 126, because some people still pick Gary Russell to beat him. All right. Shout out to you, Lise. So if he beat Gary Russell, then move to 130, fight Miguel Burchett. You already know how he feel. He don't care if that they friends. He cool with Crawford team, but he'll still fight Jamel Herring. That might create some type of. They probably just think about this. With him training with Crawford, he trained in Crawford gym and he also trained in Gary Russell gym. Who do you think that if they had a choice to fight as far as their relationship, it probably would be easier for him to fight Gary Russell since they got a whole new different team than it will be for him to fight Jamel Herring. But he already stated that he not letting friendship stand in the way of his legacy. So that's another strap. Miguel Burchett, Jamel Herring, and I forgot who the other. I can't think of right now who the 130 guys. But for Shakur Stevenson, well, it remains to be seen. I want to see him fight going forwards on a front foot and walking guys down because he's always in a counter punching ability, which is cool. His style right now can get him in Hall of Fame. But certain situations, you're going to have to fight going forward. You get what I'm saying? And also from an entertainment value, if you just fight in a counter punching style, that does affect your money. So he's going to have to be in a situation of how he's going to combine himself because he always says he wants to be a star. Those are the things that he's to do. The promoter can only do but so much. So it's up to him to create a style where it's the most entertaining and at the same time the best safety type way. Nobody, it's not cool taking punches. So that's what he's going to have to do. Oh, I ain't never knew you get on, Tara. I would have sent you a link, bro. I ain't never knew you got on, Terrell. I never heard you. Oh, okay, yeah. I never knew you got on. Yeah, I never knew you got on. I'd have been sending you a link. You gotta send me an email, Terrell. If you want to start getting on, I'll see you a link. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know you be getting on. A lot of people don't get on. I appreciate the people that don't get on. Darkness called one time, bro. See y'all, Darkness. You remember that call that you called in? Darkness been messing with me for a minute, bro. Darkness the reason why I be on time. I ain't gonna lie. Darkness be like, yo, bro, you late. Yo, bro, you late. And I was late. So you gotta give me hey, Darkness, you gotta give me credit, bro. I've been on time. But Darkness called one day. I forget what it was. Darkness, you gotta find that video, bro. Cause I got so many live videos. I forget what it was. Darkness called up. Darkness don't call no more though. Darkness Darkness call. I forget when it was, man. I gotta it's too many videos ago there. But that's basically it, man. The best heavyweight in boxing right now, I can see people saying Fury. Fury, but it's not over yet. If it's a tournament, you got to win the whole tournament, just like at 135. So it's still up in the air, to be honest with you. And I ain't capping. It's still up in the air because you if y'all think that Fury is just gonna do that to AJ, I'm not sure how. If you, I get why a person would say that, but you got to really break down the style of the person. Every fight ain't the same. But as far as Shakur, he doing what he doing, and Canelo better make sure that he don't let this fight be close, because that would be a major storyline for the subscription base of the zone. They going in 200 countries. Listen to this. They are going into 200 countries. They are going to be in the zone in the UK. So the zone is starting to be a threat to Sky Sports and BT. All of Matchroom USA, all of Golden Boy is on the zone. So, what storyline sells? Billy Joe upsets Canelo. Another gypsy beats a guy that's based in America, even though Canelo was Mexican. A lot of people's pound for pound. So Canelo cannot be playing around with these judges. I'm telling you. Everything turns. Most cases is there, but against Billy Joe, bruh. Are you back, Chin? Y'all feel what I'm saying? Imagine Billy Joe scoring an upset, even if it was controversial. Nobody cares. If they, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, because they like, okay, we got another star. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I guarantee you the rematch is gonna be crazy. Because what's gonna happen? Canelo fans, his diehards, even if he got jerked, I don't like nobody to get jerked. That's gonna be crazy right there for September. And then check this out. They might try to have a fight in the UK. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But oh man, who I got with that one? Y'all, I already told y'all my other joints. That fight got me hyped, bro. That's gonna be in the daytime too, so that'll be like 6 o'clock. That fight got me hyped. I ain't capping. That fight got me hyped. That fight got me hyped. So let me think about it. Let me think about it. See, I try to when I break down fights, I don't just I see a guy, I gotta look at the intangibles. Let me think about this, man, because I'm telling you, Joe Joyce to me has something in him that's better than what appears on the outside from a skill level. And that's something sometimes you just can't see. We can call it heart, right? We can call it heart, right? There you go, Chin Smoke. You know this my new channel. This is my new joint, so I don't really even got it built up like that. Joe Joyce, bro, I'm telling you, just from just my observations, I don't know how true I am. We be all wrong sometimes. I have a feeling. I don't know how true this is. I have a feeling that Joe Joyce can take DeBoe's punches better than Daniel DeBoe can take Joe Joyce punches. And I promise you, if that's the case, Daniel DeBoe's going to get knocked out. I'm telling you this. Trust me. Because there's something about these punchers when somebody take their best shots and don't fall. But Daniel DeBoe is very smooth. His technique is nice. I like Daniel DeBoe. Homeboy is a little stiff. He keep coming, but you hear what he said. You hear what he said. He said he gonna walk down. He said he gonna walk down. Um. Exactly. You just Yeah, I still got Josh. Oh yeah, damn right. I like Josh Taylor, bro. Yeah, Josh Taylor, bro. Shit, you know Josh Taylor, bro. Josh Taylor, bro. I already explained to y'all. Y'all was like, oh, he can't beat Danny. I was like, all right, bro. I got him over Sean Porter. I got him over Porter. I got him over Danny. I got him over them. But as far as Joe Joyce, it's just something about it. See, look at the storyline of Joe Joyce. For those of y'all who don't know Joe Joyce, I think his dad is Irish or white or something. Irish. His mom is blind. His mom is blind. So when you got a certain connection with your mom and she's blind, and I don't know if you ever seen a video with him and his mom. She very funny, and she could just be legally blind too, because when I see her, it's different levels the blindness. You got like Stevie Wonder blind, and then it's just different levels. And I don't know if she used to could see before, but it appears that I know she's blind. I don't know the level of it, but when you fighting for certain things like that, and remember, he's not rich yet. He's not rich yet, and neither is Daniel DeBoe. So this fight is off the chain. And I'm telling you this: if Daniel DeBoe cannot take Joe Joyce's punches better than Joe Joyce can take his punches, he's not going to last in this fight. I promise you. I promise you. And I can see Joe Joyce getting hurt. I can see him getting hurt. He might even get dropped. But if he get back up, psychologically, you got to remember, he's not used to that. He only 22 years old. He about 10. to 13 years older than Joe Joyce, than Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois still could live at home, so he used to things going his way. But when you get in the deep waters, you hit somebody with your best shot. First of all, his stamina might not be on point like that. We don't know if his stamina is on point like that. Remember, homeboy got way more experience. He fought Philip Hergovic. He fought Hergovic. He fought Usyk. He fought some names. He won his silver medal. You ain't just gonna win a silver medal being a bum. He just stiffed me. He's fighting in the U.S., so you know he's not playing with distractions. I think he's back with Ishmael Selassie. He does change his trainer a lot. So Daniel Dubois is smooth. Like I seen the German fight. We've been hearing about him for a couple of years. Joe Joyce is the bigger man. We gonna see, bro. Everybody picking Daniel Dubois. And then once I get closer to it and I start watching all the things, because it's next month. And actually, it's only about, we in May 7th? It's about 5 weeks away. Wow, it's about 5 weeks away. So I'm telling you, Daniel Dubois better train for 12 rounds, bro. Now, and if Daniel Dubois just go out there and knock out Joe Joyce, I'm gonna give him credit, because I already know how fans are. Fans gonna be like, Joe Joyce is trash. He's stiff. This, and this. Fans memories be going crazy. I'm not like that. And if Joe Joyce beat Daniel Dubois, I'm not gonna say, oh, he was too young. No, they no. They both get credit for this fight. So shout out to the UK for even doing this. I always explain to people, this is like when George Groves fought James DeGale. James DeGale lost, and when Chris Eubank lost to Billy Joe. Remember that? It's the same thing, but man, I'm telling you, they better put plan. You better not count out Joe Joyce. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Because from a skill level, the way he throws his punches is much smoother than Joe Joyce, but that don't mean he gonna win. He might get hit with them shots. We seen what happened to Vladimir Klitschko. Remember him against Layman Brewster? Layman Brewster would not fall. We seen him against Corey Sanders. We seen him against a lot of people. He almost got knocked out by Samuel Peter. So we don't know how Daniel Dubois is going to be. They believe in him though. Frank Warren is going all out because he knows Tyson Fury about to retire. And you see the contract extension that he did. I was like, bro, why would you sign a contract extension with Frank Warren like that? Don't you understand things? Like, he must not understand business. Like, I would have never signed. I would have waited till my contract is up and done my thing. He might try. I'm not saying that Frank Warren is bad. I'm just saying you got to create leverage in your contract so that way you have more control and more money over your career. And you gotta create a buzz and allow other people to hunt you down and recruit you. It's like a recruiting trip. You know damn well them college football players is getting paid. So if they know, if you're a college football player and everybody wants you, University of Texas, Miami, Florida State, your money go up and up and up what the guys under the table is giving you. So that's how you got to make yourself. That's why you got to give Mikey Garcia credit, because that's what Mikey Garcia does. He understands business. So he always in meetings with Hearn. He go back and forth and figuring it out. He's being a real boss. He's negotiating. And a lot of fighters don't want to do that. Daniel Dubois, if I was him, I would have did that. But he signed his contract and we'll see where it goes. He's in a situation though. Ain't nobody going to duck him. You know what I'm saying? He a heavyweight and his name is up there. So we'll see, man. Whoever win that one, I mean, I don't even for somebody to lose, depending on, a lot of people think just because Joe Joyce lose that he's out the game. So technically he might got more to lose because he is older. But man, that fight, bro, that fight get me hyped. He could, stylistically, he might. Yeah, anytime, Chin Smoke, you be riding. I don't know, bro. I don't know where the fight gonna be at. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to get out to the West Coast, bro. I gotta link up with some people from the West Coast. I gotta get out to the West Coast this year. I need a vacation. I ain't take a vacation since a year ago. I went to Costa Rica. I ain't take a vacation. I mean, I went I went to the fight in May, but man, Daniel DeBow versus Usyk. Stylistically, he might can get Usyk. He might, but he might. Like I said, I still want to see more of Daniel DeBow because a lot of it we just basing it on his power. Did y'all see him fight? I think Kevin Johnson. He ain't stopped Kevin Johnson. Certain guys is gonna take you into deep waters and see if your stamina work. So we'll see on that. That fight got me hyped though, but that's kind of like basically all I got. I don't know if y'all got any more questions. Y'all actually Jose Ramirez fight, Josh Taylor. That fight gonna be I got Josh. I favor Josh Taylor 60-40, but because he got more to his game. He got way more to his game. But homeboy is he actually bigger than Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor is a big 140. So I don't know if y'all heard it. Jose Ramirez calling out Welp. See, let me explain something before I get off to y'all. I know y'all call me crazy. Remember when Triple G used to call out Floyd? I'm like, dude, this is like, what he like a bully? Like, what's up with that? And then when they bring up Andre Ward, they was like, nah. So why is Jose Ramirez bringing up lightweights? Why would he even bring up a lightweight? Why would you bring up Ryan Garcia's name? I don't understand that. You don't get no points for calling out Ryan Garcia or nobody at 135 when they at lightweight. Now, if they was at 140, yeah, because you already was talking about that. So if he had that same energy towards calling out Crawford and Errol Spence, then I'd be like, okay, that'll be something. Because him and Errol Spence is on the same 2012 Olympic team. But calling out Ryan Garcia, I'm like, bro. I ain't that made me look at him like, oh man, I'm really picking Josh Taylor now. I don't know what's up with that. He got some doubts in him. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he better not be playing. He better not be playing around with Victor Postal. I haven't seen the dude that's fighting Josh Taylor. I heard that they trying to when it comes to Monster and the dude that's fighting Josh Taylor, Bob Arum is trying to get him to come to America because of the quote unquote of coronavirus. Which I'm gonna do a video on Sunday on my Jalik the Leader channel. How to protect yourself from the coronavirus and parasites. Make sure y'all come check that out on Sunday. That's gonna be on my Jalik the Leader channel. Protect yourself from coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's some good fights though, man. It's some good fights. 147 is like they playing around. You know what I'm saying? They playing. You get what I'm saying? And I guess Danny. Like, how does Danny deserve it over him? But we know how boxing is, man. They just got their guys that they want to protect. I don't know if PBC is still. I hate to talk about the same thing over and over again. I feel like I'm being boring. But certain things you gotta talk about it at least more than once. But like I said, I don't know. Their 3 pay-per-view guys is Errol, Tank, and Wilder. So Errol, Tank, and Wilder, you know, go for the gusto. If it's somebody else, just give somebody else a chance. Because that's who they promoted to be. Why won't they sign Jaron Ennis and promote him? Or why won't they promote Jermell Charlo even better? So so that's what our 3 pay-per-view guys are. Kalnaki, come on, man. I feel like I'm wasting, man. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. If Oh wow. I don't know Ferguson. I don't know Ferguson. I don't know him. So I wish I did, to be honest with you. But what about that dude? What about the Nigerian? What's that? What's the night? Who fighting tomorrow? I forgot their name. I forget the dude name. It's the Nigerian dude. I heard he was actually real good, actually. But yeah, he actually it was on Fight Hype. It was on his Instagram. He put it on his Instagram, Samuel Shaw. I know that's your boy, bro. Is he? Yes, that's him. Yeah. Is that fight worth watching? Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that then. I ain't know y'all like my MMA. This is a sports channel. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow for that. Is it worth it to go live for it? Maybe I'll go live for that since this is, I'm trying to separate these channels and oh, it'd be the oh, see, maybe see all I gotta do is watch it, keep watching, and I can pick up on it pretty fast, bro. But because I heard about that dude. Oh, April 18th. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll go live for it tomorrow. We'll see. Cause I'm definitely not going live for that boxing. I can't do that, man. Sometimes no matter how much you're a diehard boxing, sometimes you just gotta take a break for these fights. I watch it from a distance. Kalnacki. One thing I can say though about Kalnacki, I'm not a super hater. He did look like he was taking his training camp a little bit more serious. He, he looked like he actually almost had a six pack, and he came in at 265. So I do give him credit for that. So hopefully he put on a spectacular performance. I just wish it was a better name. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see. But Kalnacki versus Andy Ruiz, I'm hearing that's a rumor. Andy Ruiz versus Kalnacki. So we'll see on that one. We'll definitely see on how that rolls. Real talk though. So um they saying that oh he 42. Oh yeah, he gonna get beat then. He gonna so it might not even be worth it. That's a good step up fight for homeboy Adesanya. I heard that he not in the same division as uh Bone Jones, John Jones. But is he in the same division as Conor McGregor? I gotta look at it. I'm sounding like a I'm sounding like an MMA casual. I sound like an MMA casual, don't know. I was like, what's his weight class? I never fronted like I knew MMA like that. So y'all can call me an MMA casual. Boxing casual, nah. MMA casual, yeah, call me that. But that don't mean I can't talk about it. So we'll see what's up with that one. Are they not? Oh, okay. So yeah, but what else I was gonna say? I might, tomorrow the weather be going back and forth. Saturday is tomorrow, so I'll probably go to the mountains. I might do a live from the mountains tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'll be feeling great after I come from the mountains. I might do it while I'm walking the mountain or when I finish the mountain like I did. But a lot of the sports stuff, it's not easy to run two channels to be honest with you. I wish there was a way where you can upload the video and it goes to both channels, but I'm trying to like balance it out in a sense where I can do my Jalik the Leader more, other topics and then transfer this to sports. Y'all already know how it is, and I appreciate y'all coming over here and listening to me. You know what I mean? I just like to talk my sports. You know what I mean? And yeah, but that's basically it. We'll see. But next week, I'm live for sure. I'm live for sure with homeboy, and actually we only 3 weeks away from Virgil Ortiz. We 3 weeks away from Better BF. This month going quick. This month is going fast. So Virgil Ortiz will be back, and then they got Rashidi Ellis. Then we got Artur Better BF. So we right in there. We right in there. Nah, you never been a heavyweight. I guess I've been. Most I weigh maybe two something. I don't even feel right being 200 pounds. I guess everybody bones is different. I like to be 185 actually. 185. If I was a serious heavyweight guy, because you gaining all that muscle. I don't even think I will allow myself to even get that big. Like, cause it's cool to have muscles, but I don't want to be like too big like that. Like I want to be like flexible and fluid and free and like, you know what I'm saying? I would have to buy new clothes. I ain't trying to buy new clothes because I'm too big. And then of course you gotta put the work in, you gotta maintain it. So you really gotta be in there heavy. So I ain't getting too muscular like that. I ain't getting too muscular like that. But like I said, Canelo can score a late stoppage. Don't play around with Billy Joe, bro. Don't play around with Billy Joe like that. Because I already can see the storyline. Peep game. The zone is in the UK. Billy Joe from the UK. The more stars the zone has, the better. And guess who he's promoted by? Eddie Hearn, one of the best promoters in boxing. It's all about storylines. Even if Billy Joe lost 5 rounds, they gave him 7. People gonna be mad. He gonna have to do a rematch. He's gonna be forced to do a rematch because that's gonna take away a lot of his leverage. Even though Canelo don't have a belt, that's gonna take a lot of his leverage. Cause he's gonna have to. I don't know what the rematch clause would be. 60-40, I don't know. But he's gonna have to give up some demands in the rematch. So when you have a more even playing field and more stars, Billy Joe, and guess what? That just makes the fight with Canelo. It's like a trickle down effect. And then it makes it a big fight if he was to beat him again. I'm on my, every time, sometimes I start talking like I was smoking a little something. So then, okay, Billy Joe, look, check this out. If Billy Joe, right? See, the conspiracy is, look, check this out. Billy Joe, right? He beat Canelo. Then, boom, Billy Joe the star. And then that's going to increase the subscriptions to the zone in the UK. And boom, he beat him again. Now he a superstar. And check this out. It don't end there. Boom. Then it set up a fight with Caleb Smith. And then boom. Now you got 3 stars at one. Now you got 3 stars at 168. Don't you think that's good for their company from a business? We in the entertainment business, y'all. Canelo cannot fuck around, bro. I'm telling you. He better start dominating. He can't have no more close fights, bro. Because people waiting to not give him a decision. Just like De La Hoya versus Shane Mosley, too. He better not, bro. He better start dominating. He can't go back to the old Canelo where he leave it up. Where did he really win? He can't do that no more. He can't do that. I'm afraid they gonna get him, bro. I'm afraid they gonna get him. Trust me. And I hate to see people do that. I hate that to happen, but I just seen it. You gotta realize they not playing around. They in 200 countries, bro. They in 200 countries, and guess what? As sad as it is, controversy sells. As sad as it is. Everybody thought Triple G won the first Canelo fight. They made it a draw. Bam. The zone. Imagine how many subscriptions it will increase because it's already gonna go up. They already directly competing with Sky Sports. Now, the Dylan White fight is still on Sky Sports, so that won't be on the Zone UK, but it still probably be on the Zone US against Alexander Povetkin. And you see on the undercard, it's already a controversial. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. I'm not lying. I'm not capping. That actually should be the main event. What do y'all think about that? Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor should be the main event over Dylan White in there. I'm surprised they even put it on that card. I know they're using that to sell the fight, but low key, Dylan White, it might hurt his pride a little bit. But Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano is a huge fight that will sell out. I'm thinking that was going to be in New York. That's a big fight, and that's actually the main event. And I'm not capping. And I don't debate, but that's everybody know boxing. Like, uh, um, that's the main event. So now he doesn't horse around. And what I mean, now I was just showing you that that's you, that's what you do when you. That's how you start talking when you smoke them greens. Your mind just go on a tangent and you create these stories in your mind. That's why I was doing that. But he doesn't joke around. But what I mean by that is his stamina. He has to dominate now. His fights is gonna have to be like Crawford. He can't be like his fights was with Austin Trout or Laurel. He hasn't fought a six pole in 6 years. He can't play around. And y'all keep. And what I mean by that is when he wasn't playing. He was serious before, but he used to get tired. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to show you how the business works sometimes. How do they create stars? Because you best believe it, Tyson Fury star power is at his all-time high. He wasn't too big in the UK. Everybody know that. Over here, he wasn't too big. He didn't hardly sell no tickets for Otto Allen and Schwartz. Overseas, he don't even really fight overseas. Billy Joe the same way. Let him beat Canelo. That's going to drive money for the Zone UK, the Zone everywhere else. Eddie Hearn, that's going to make him look good. I set up a fight with Caleb Smith. And guess what? They set up a trilogy. Well, that's all I'm just telling you. Canelo gonna have to start dominating more. He can't look like Triple G. He can't look like them Triple G. He's gonna have to really be on his game, and we'll see how his knee holds up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I got Canelo winning. I'm just giving him a warning because I know how the game be working. Because if y'all see it happening, you know, I'm not saying it is gonna happen, but don't be surprised. And I explained to you how, all right, just right there. I was joking with the weed part, but that goes to show you right there. Because for them to grow as a company, they need more than just one star. They need more than just Canelo. They need Ryan Garcia. They need Devin Haney. They need them from all types of different countries. In the UK, for as small as it is, it's big as far as the brand of the British boxing. You get what I'm saying? So with that being the case, boom, there you have it. We'll see. Maurice Hooker versus Regis Prograis. We gonna see. But that's basically all I got. He was asking for too much money. Yeah. Nah, I don't really give him a chance. I give him a chance. Like I ain't just I give him a chance, but I got I got Canelo late TKO or um 7-5. I got him late TKO or 7-5. But I don't think dude never dropped. I don't think dude never been dropped. For all the Narcos fans out there, oh, what you say about losing weight? Let me see. Yeah, it's daylight savings tomorrow. Don't forget daylight savings on Sunday, y'all. Let me put that in the thing. Y'all probably forgot, but it's gonna get dark though. Hey, darkness. What you gotta realize is he's in a situation where he has to, in a sense, because the zone put him in that situation. They already set the standard. It's not like he can turn people down because all they got to do is collude against them. Now, in this situation is they got the same trainer. I think it was more to it than I would see. We don't really know why if you actually be overpaid because you got to realize Eddie Hearn is the promoter of both. Eddie Hearn also works for the Zone. So Eddie Hearn knows that Billy Joe is a little bit name is higher than Caleb Smith. But Caleb Smith is a better fighter, in my opinion, than Billy Joe, and it would have made for a more entertaining fight. That fight would have been even more interesting. But Billy Joe, see, Canelo don't talk English, but Billy Joe gonna be talking his trash in the press conference. Billy Joe talking stuff. So you gotta realize, if you the promoter and you also work for the Zone, it's almost like you're a double. It's like you're a double agent. You working on both sides. So now you can tell Caleb Smith one thing, because we don't know. We technically don't know what he was saying. That's just a rumor. Because who's Caleb Smith? Caleb Smith is manager. I don't know. Caleb Smith, real talk. Caleb Smith should fight Danny Jacobs. He having problems making weight. He go to 175, bro. He better get a nutritionist, because he shouldn't even play. He shouldn't even consider fighting Artur Beterbiev. Maybe Bivol. Maybe Bivol, and he can get that fight with Bivol. Yeah, if he ain't gonna fight Canelo, fight Bivol next. Move up and wait and let the fight go. If not, fight Danny Jacobs. That's what I would do. If I was him, fight Danny Jacobs or fight Bivol. Go up weight. And if you lose, then go back down and you still keep the belt. What you mean, Samuel? Why is that? You can't wait till they. Oh, you think so in 3 rounds? Wow. Oh, went down. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. But even I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like to say nobody is overpaid because they putting their life on the line. But this is probably 4 times the amount that Billy Joe has ever made. 8 million. He probably made his highest payday probably was like a milli with Frank Warren. It's like a milli. Oh yeah, I remember he did throw that wing at Wilder. That's Billy Joe be doing certain things though. Billy Joe be getting on my nerve, like the way he is, bro. I'm like, man. But I gotta give him some credit. Canelo, if Canelo was a bigger puncher and this, see, Canelo is a counterpuncher. He don't start real fast like that. He didn't knock out. It took him like 3-4 rounds to knock out James Kirkland, who, by the way, I believe is fighting tomorrow or next week. Which I don't even want to see that fight. That's sad. If Canelo was a faster puncher and could strictly, it wasn't a. He's naturally a counterpuncher, but he can fight going forward. Then if he'd get him out of there in 3 rounds, that'd be good for him. Yeah, Billy Joe be doing some crazy stuff too. He done that thing with the crackhead. Like he just be way out of line. He be doing a lot of stuff out of line. The stuff he did with the crowd, I'm like, bro, like I don't know what's up with Billy Joe, bro. And then when he got caught with the PEDs, I'm like, bro. Well, they both got caught with PEDs, but I'm like, bro, like I'm like, come on, man. And then but it is what it is, man. I'm yeah. He be doing some. Canelo got to get him out of there. Cause I'm telling you, Canelo has to get him out of there. And I'm not saying he has to get him out of there just to win, but I wouldn't trust the judges. If I was Canelo, I wouldn't trust the judges. Ah, boy. Yo, Darkness, you still acting like his manager, bro. I know that's your boy, bro. Triple G getting way more than 15 million, bro. They already offered him an incentive. Triple G, I think, got stocks in the company. And Charlo got Al Heyman. He gonna get more than 10 million. Trust me. He's gonna get more than there. Al Heyman got, I don't know what he be doing in those meetings. He's gonna get more than 10. And Andrade, maybe Andrade to get 7. That's actually great though. I don't know. I don't know how his contract is with Eddie Hearn. But Billy Joe, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. But Canelo got to get him out of there. And then, he gonna fight Triple G. I mean, but the crazy thing about it, oh, they haven't. Oh, okay. So 2 million, which is still great though. 7 million, but it's how you negotiate. You know what I'm saying? You might graduate college and you can negotiate a job making 100,000, and most people might have needed to work there for 10 years. It's how you negotiate stuff. It's how you negotiate. Did you really think Danny Jacobs was worth 15 million? I don't know about that. It's how you negotiate. But as far as if Canelo knock him out, you know what I'm saying? That'd be good. That'd be good. Get Billy Joe out, like, cause Billy Joe, man, like, he would have to do something in this fight that really make me respect him, like, more. Like, I naturally respect everybody, but the way he be moving outside of boxing and the stuff he be saying and the way he be behaving, man, like. But I mean, he put up a good fight with Canelo. He started making Canelo nest and making Canelo play, but he was fighting that guy. Who was that guy he was fighting last, y'all? He was fighting a guy that I never heard of. He was getting beat, bro. Billy Joe, I'm gonna just keep it 100. I'm not sure if he really trained that hard in the gym. Real talk. I don't know if his training camps be there like that. If he was smart, he would actually train in a If him and Ben Davison was smart, they would train in the U.S. so they can get better sparring partners. Now, Eddie get 10, and I'm not defending him, but you got to look at it from a business perspective, Samuel. From a business perspective, Charlo versus Canelo does better sales gate wise, buzz wise than Canelo versus Billy Joe, Canelo versus Caleb Smith, Canelo versus my boy Andrade. It does more. And we already know where the fight can happen at. It can either happen in Houston and Texan Stadium, or it can happen, of course, in Vegas, or it can happen in Dallas Stadium. And it would sell, trust me. So from a business standpoint, it would do better and the buzz would be bigger. And remember, the zone is in 200 countries now. So from a business perspective, is there. Now Triple G, you might give him that. So I definitely think he'll make that. Yeah. That would be interesting. I forgot about when is that open in 2020? 2020? Wow. That's going to be interesting. But they probably had, well, Triple G don't want to fight in Vegas. Triple G, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm tired of Triple G, man. It's time for him to. I don't like to say when nobody need to retire, but first of all, I just the way he had his opportunities with Canelo and he didn't take advantage of it and he complaining, and then the way he can complaining, and also um the fact that I think Derevyanchenko won that last fight. I don't know, man. And then he's just not the same no more. Canelo probably knock him out. Oh, it opens this fall? Oh, wow. So it's officially Los Angeles. It's officially Las Vegas Raiders? Wow. That's going to be, whew, they're going to have, that's going to be close with betting. If they get a basketball team, hold on, they got a football team, they got a hockey team, now they just need baseball. I'm hearing that a baseball team might go to Vegas, and wow, they get a basketball team. That's going to be crazy. That's just like, whoa. We know Vegas right by LA. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be chilling on my Jalik the Leader channel. I'll be back. How to protect yourself from the coronavirus. We got to make sure we stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give out some information, some facts, and some realness about it. I'm gonna do that on Sunday. At 8 o'clock. Probably do Sunday at 8 or 9. Um, but yeah, be on the lookout for more videos. And I appreciate y'all always supporting. And yeah. Until next time, we out of here. We out of here, baby. We out of here.